seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, but now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November massive grand finale. You can be the next Uno Mobile Esports star. Don't miss your chance to compete for free in the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup monthly qualifiers in-game and battle your way through live monthly finals for a chance at some amazing prizes, a spot in the grand finale, and a whole lot of unpredictable fun. This is the beginning of Uno Mobile Esports. Do you have what it takes? Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun. The Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Duos Invitational is right around the corner, and here's everything you need to know to get involved. First, for this event, you have to apply with a partner. Your team is eligible to apply if you are from the US, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, or Spain. And if you both have Uno Mobile accounts that are level 3 or higher. Pretty simple, right? 8 teams will be selected to compete for the $4,444 prize pool. That's $2,222 per player. Winners take all. Applications are open from May 12th until May 29th on letsplayuno.com. Both you and a partner will need to submit separate applications. Completing the entire application will give you the best possible chance at getting selected for the main event. Scoring is pretty simple. You and your teammate will be judged on a 100-point scale. 60 possible points are based on the most trophies that either member of your team has in Uno Mobile. 10 points are possible from following photo guidelines, such as showing positive emotion and using a clean background. Another 10 points are possible by answering all the questions in the application. Complete answers with full sentences will tell your team's story best. Finally, 20 points are possible from your 1 to 5 minute video where you can introduce you and your teammate, tell your Uno Mobile story, and show some of your personality. The 8 highest scoring teams from the application process will be selected on June 13th in preparation for the June 17th live stream. Remember, there is $4,444 on the line, and it's a winner-takes-all prize pool. Get it? Sign up now to get a chance to play in pairs for some serious cash and a ton of glory. Good luck and see you in the finals.
Uno!
You've seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, But now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November massive grand finale. You can be the next Uno Mobile Esports star. Don't miss your chance to compete for free in the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup monthly qualifiers in-game and battle your way through live monthly finals for a chance at some amazing prizes, a spot in the grand finale, and a whole lot of unpredictable fun. This is the beginning of Uno Mobile Esports. Do you have what it takes? I gotta bring in a good friend of mine, Katie Bedford, back in the booth. Katie, so excited to have you back, and thanks for joining me to celebrate the Wild Ears collection.
We'll swing it back over toward that red. Aaron, you can change color, play a 7 or a 1. Nothing crazy from this, but you give the 7 to Chris. Gojj! Oh no, the disaster! Elizabeth changes it to red to make people think she has red. Then Allie +4s onto the blue.
Insane.
Plays the 6. Elizabeth says, thank you for falling into my trap.
A +4 on lumps here means nobody could play +4.
Wow.
Corey is your Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup April winner with massive luck and massive strategy.
Wow.
Corey walks away to the finish line. No shoes eaten. Corey, congratulations, my friend. I've been cheering you on all day today. Whether it was luck or strategy, you always made it work.
Uno! Skip. Blue. Uno!
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. The Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Duos Invitational is right around the corner, and here's everything you need to know to get involved. First, for this event, you have to apply with a partner. Your team is eligible to apply if you are from the US, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, or Spain. And if you both have Uno Mobile accounts that are level 3 or higher. Pretty simple, right? 8 teams will be selected to compete for the $4,444 prize pool. That's $2,222 per player. Winners take all. Applications are open from May 12th until May 29th on letsplayuno.com. Both you and a partner will need to submit separate applications. Completing the entire application will give you the best possible chance at getting selected for the main event. Scoring is pretty simple. You and your teammate will be judged on a 100-point scale. 60 possible points are based on the most trophies that either member of your team has in Uno Mobile. 10 points are possible from following photo guidelines, such as showing positive emotion and using a clean background. Another 10 points are possible by answering all the questions in the application. Complete answers with full sentences will tell your team's story best. Finally, 20 points are possible from your 1 to 5 minute video where you can introduce you and your teammate, tell your Uno Mobile story, and show some of your personality. The 8 highest scoring teams from the application process will be selected on June 13th in preparation for the June 17th live stream. Remember, there is $4,444 on the line, and it's a winner-takes-all prize pool. Get it? Sign up now to get a chance to play in pairs for some serious cash and a ton of glory. Good luck and see you in the finals.
Uno. Uno.
Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun. Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. You've seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, but now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November massive grand finale. You can be the next Uno Mobile Esports star. Don't miss your chance to compete for free in the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup monthly qualifiers in-game and battle your way way through live monthly finals for a chance at some amazing prizes, a spot in the grand finale, and a whole lot of unpredictable fun. This is the beginning of Uno Mobile Esports. Do you have what it takes?
Uno.
You've seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, but now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November.
Uno. Uno.
You've seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, but now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November massive grand finale. You can be the next Uno Mobile Esports star. Don't miss your chance to compete for free in the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup monthly qualifiers in-game and battle your way through live monthly finals for a chance at some amazing prizes, a spot in the grand finale, and a whole lot of unpredictable fun. This is the beginning of Uno Mobile Esports. Do you have what it takes? Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun. The Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Duos Invitational is right around the corner, and here's everything you need to know to get involved. First, for this event, you have to apply with a partner. Your team is eligible to apply if you are from the US, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, or Spain. And if you both have Uno Mobile accounts that are level 3 or higher. Pretty simple, right? 8 teams will be selected to compete for the $4,444 prize pool. That's $2,222 per player. Winners take all. Applications are open from May 12th until May 29th on letsplayuno.com. Both you and a partner will need to submit separate applications. Completing the entire application will give you the best possible chance at getting selected for the main event. Scoring is pretty simple. You and your teammate will be judged on a 100-point scale. 60 possible points are based on the most trophies that either member of your team has in Uno Mobile. 10 points are possible from following photo guidelines, such as showing positive emotion and using a clean background. Another 10 points are possible by answering all the questions in the application. Complete answers with full sentences will tell your team's story best. Finally, 20 points are possible from your 1 to 5 minute video where you can introduce you and your teammate, tell your Uno Mobile story, and show some of your personality. The 8 highest scoring teams from the application process will be selected on June 13th in preparation for the June 17th live stream. Remember, there is $4,444 on the line, and it's a winner-takes-all prize pool. Get it? Sign up now to get a chance to play in pairs for some serious cash and a ton of glory. Good luck and see you in the finals.
Uno.
You've seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, but now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November massive grand finale. You can be the next Uno Mobile Esports star. Don't miss your chance to compete for free in the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup monthly qualifiers in-game and battle your way through live monthly finals for a chance at some amazing prizes, a spot in the grand finale, and a whole lot of unpredictable fun. This is the beginning of Uno Mobile Esports. Do you have what it takes? I gotta bring in a good friend of mine, Katie Bedford, back in the booth. Katie, so excited to have you back, and thanks for joining me to celebrate the Wild Ears collection.
We'll swing it back over toward that red. Aaron, you can change color, play 7 or a 1. Nothing crazy from this, but you give the 7 to Chris. Gojj! Oh no, the disaster! Elizabeth changes it to red to make people think she has red. Then Allie +4s onto the blue.
Insane.
Plays the 6. Elizabeth says, thank you for falling into my trap.
A +4 on lumps here means nobody could play +4.
Wow.
Corey is your Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup April winner with massive luck and massive strategy.
Wow.
Corey walks away to the finish line. No shoes eaten. Corey, congratulations, my friend. I've been cheering you on all day today. Whether it was luck or strategy, you always made it work.
Uno. Skip. Blue. Uno.
Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. The Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Duos Invitational is right around the corner, and here's everything you need to know to get involved. First, for this event, you have to apply with a partner. Your team is eligible to apply if you are from the US, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, or Spain, and if you both have Uno Mobile accounts that are level 3 or higher. Pretty simple, right? 8 teams will be selected to compete for the $4,444 prize pool. That's $2,222 per player. Winners take all. Applications are open from May 12th until May 29th on letsplayuno.com. Both you and a partner will need to submit separate applications. Completing the entire application will give you the best possible chance at getting selected for the main event. Scoring is pretty simple. You and your teammate will be judged on a 100-point scale. 60 possible points are based on the most trophies that either member of your team has in Uno Mobile. 10 points are possible from following photo guidelines, such as showing positive emotion and using a clean background. Another 10 points are possible by answering all the questions in the application. Complete answers with full sentences will tell your team's story best. Finally, 20 points are possible from your 1 to 5 minute video, where you can introduce you and your teammate, tell your Uno Mobile story, and show some of your personality. The 8 highest scoring teams from the application process will be selected on June 13th, in preparation for the June 17th live stream. Remember, there is $4,444 on the line, and it's a winner-takes-all prize pool. Get it? Sign up now to get a chance to play in pairs for some serious cash and a ton of glory. Good luck, and see you in the finals.
Uno. Uno.
Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun. Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers. Classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. You've seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, but now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November massive grand finale. You can be the next Uno Mobile Esports star. Don't miss your chance to compete for free in the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup monthly qualifiers in-game and battle your way through live monthly finals for a chance at some amazing prizes, a spot in the grand finale, and a whole lot of unpredictable fun. This is the beginning of Uno Mobile Esports. Do you have what it takes? Unbelievable. Listen to the celebration.
Oh my god.
I didn't know I just did it, but I did it.
No way, dude.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, no matter where you are in the world. Welcome into the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup May Finals. I'm going to be your host today, Grandmaster Gojj, and I couldn't be more excited to be back. We've done several of these final events, our live streams, all across all of our major socials, and I'm excited to get into it again today because we got some amazing qualifyees that have made it into the final stage. Now, before we get started, you got to know we got to shout out Uno Mobile. Go download Uno Mobile right now for free. If you're watching this live stream, you're like, how could I get involved? Well, it's all in-game. Go download it right now on iOS or Android Google Play stores. And of course, go follow Uno Mobile on all their major socials, because that's where you'll get all of the info you need to know about live events like this, Discord competitions. You can join that Discord with !Discord. There's a lot going on in the Uno Mobile Esports world, and you've got to get involved. Now, folks, I'm excited about today. We've got a lot of cash to give away, some prizes, but we also have prizes for you at home just for watching. You know it, you love it. We've got some more giveaway codes right here. Here's your gift code. Go into your app right now. Open up Uno Mobile. Click that cogwheel. Go down to redeem and type in join YT now for some coins, some diamonds. We're going to be doing this all day today, and those rewards just keep ramping up the more you watch. So go into your app right now and type in join YT now to get some amazing rewards. While you're doing that, we're going to talk a little bit more about what's happening the rest of the year. So let's roll that video and hear me talk a little bit more. Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun. Unpredictable fun indeed. Thanks, Gojj. You've got a nice voice, and that was a really cool roadmap about what's happening this year. But if you noticed, there was nothing for next month. June is nowhere to be found on that roadmap. We are taking a break, but we're not taking a break from some esports competitions. We've got an exciting Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Duos Invitational. Sign-ups are live right now. $4,444 split between 2 people because it's duos. You gotta sign up with a partner. There's no in-game qualifiers. Go to that sign up link. All you have to do is go to www.letsplayuno.com. But also you can type in !duos. We've got a command in there for you to take you to that website. Go down, click that graphic you just saw. Once you're on the website at letsplayuno.com, it'll take you right to the sign up page. You do have to apply, and we'll judge you based on some criteria. So we're excited about the Duos Invitational, and we'll talk more about that later. Duos is a lot of fun, but today is solos. We got to get through our qualifier rounds. We got to get into the semifinals and so on. So let's talk a little bit more about what's happening today, and we're going to hear me talk a little bit more. So let's swing over to this video as well. Players from all over North America battled their way through a series of qualifiers, with the 16 best making it to our Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup. Our finalists will be playing with the same rules they used in the qualifiers: classic solos, stack, and our one house card rule, discard all. Competitors will work their way through a 16-player bracket, with the top 2 players from each match moving on to the next round, all the way to the grand finals. Instead of relying on score, our matches will continue to be played until the first player reaches 3 wins. That player will move on to the next round, along with the player with the second best record. If players are tied in wins, we'll have that covered in the rulebook. Finally, if you make it to the grand finals match, you will be playing for your share of the $5,000 prize pool, along with a unique in-game title and a pile of diamonds. Good luck, and may the best player win. Well, $5,000 up for grabs, and as much as I want to hear myself talk, I've got to bring in some help to bring in all the action and cast some amazing Uno Mobile Esports. Katie Bedford is back in the booth. Couldn't be more excited to have you. Katie, how are we feeling today?
Wonderful, excited. Look, I love being here for these Uno Community Cups, and I think we're going to see a lot of really intense action, Gojj, today, if the prior Community Cups are any indication.
Totally agree. Last month was a banger of a show, and this month I assume is going to be a lot of the same. Now, before we go anywhere else with this, before we do anything, folks at home, we need to get you active. I've seen some people talking and saying, hey, what are these hats? Yeah, we're celebrating the Wild Waves collection, okay? We got to address the fish in the room, as it were. We've got the yellow fish, we got the red fish, blue fish, green fish, all of the fish. Go get involved in the Wild Waves collection. You need to go earn it right now in-app. I believe you can't get it after this month. We're celebrating May, so you might as well go get involved on our cool Wild Waves collection. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about that as well later, but that's why we're wearing the hats, okay? Now, to get you all active and get you ready, because you will have some more giveaway codes to type in, get your typing fingers ready here in our live stream chat, because I've got a trivia question for you at home before the game gets started. This is some Uno Mobile Esports lore. Lily Pichu was Community Cup February or D Community Cup March? Which one did Lily Pichu participate in? If you're watching a lot of our live shows recently, you might not have seen them. Well, they definitely weren't in the day. Has that golden Uno card, and excited too, because she does have that in-game voice pack that's been in store for a long time. You guys can go buy that now. It's only actually open for another like 3 days. So again, we'll keep reminding you of all those things into the future. Now, hopefully you typed in your answers. If you didn't, get ready for the future ones. We're gonna need some active chatters today. But Katie, you know, I've been talking all kinds of crazy today, and I'd love to rope it back in. Let's talk about the rules at hand. Let's talk about the event. Let's talk about the bracket. Bring me through these rules today and what these people can see at home.
I would be happy to. Gojj, so you're going to have 4 groups of 4 players each. It's the first to 3 Uno wins, but that's not the only player, Gojj, in each group moving on. The top 2 will move on. So you don't necessarily have to be that 3-win Uno champion to get from the quarters to the semis, and then ideally all the way to the finals. Not just that, and maybe this is my favorite part, we are using stacking so you can do those +4 wilds onto those +2s, and also the the discard all. And oh, you know discard all gets spicy, Gojj, because sometimes you can win without even having to hit Uno.
It's a great call out. It's something that you and I have talked a lot about between shows, and we're going to talk a lot about today. It was a huge differential, difference maker at the very least last Community Cup. The discard alls, you can go out with 8 cards in your hand well before you're saying Uno. So keep an eye out for that strategy. But now you might be asking at home, who are the competitors? Who's going to be getting involved today? Who made it through the qualifiers? I certainly didn't. I'm here in the booth because I'm not as good as these folks. Here are our qualifyees today, Group A, B, C, and D. We're going to be going through all of these competitions, and as you take a look at these names, Katie, you and I are now a bit more established in the Community Cup scene. There is one in particular we have to shout out, Coruscant in Group C. Let's take a look at Group C. If you know Coruscant, you've probably watched the last couple Community Cups. Coruscant was in the last Community Cup, just barely missing out on the semifinals, but notably during the March finals, actually got 4th, made it all the way to the grand finals, walked away with a bit of cash, a lot of glory, but probably not as far as they wish they could have gone. So this is still Coruscant's chance to make those that's all too difficult top 2 positions in order to move on to the November finals, Katie. But who are some of the other names that stick out to you?
Well, I think I just to follow up on what you said, on top of that, Coruscant has gotten here every time, which I think is such a testament to their talent here with Uno Mobile. But look, I gotta look at Group B. Smitten Kitten is by far my favorite name in these qualifiers. It's sassy. I like it. I think we're probably going to see some good spicy plays from Smitten Kitten. But we also got Hippie, Christine, and Dora. So really, I think my biggest question, Gojj, is going to be, are we going to see what we saw last month, which is where every group had a very different play style? Or are they going to be a bit more homogenous when we look at something like Group A? You got Air Jordan, Christina, MQ, and Harshi. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I like these names. We can speculate all we want, but everybody plays the game slightly different. You know, we've got some strategies that some of our previous winners have shouted out that worked well for them. I see Destiny in the chat. Destiny is a previous winner. I saw Spunky in the chat, previous winner. We've got some fun folks in the chat hanging out with us, but they've shared a little bit of insight on their strategy and what works for them. But everybody plays slightly differently, and it depends on who you're playing against. So excited to see what these groups are going to be able to do today. Our games are going to be underway in just a moment here for our quarterfinals. We're going to be starting at Group A, and we're going to be working our way down the list, going through those quarterfinals. And Katie, like you said, top 2 move on. And that's what's so fun to talk about is, yes, you want to be the person that's first to 3 wins, but also you could kind of follow and ride their coattails a little bit and just make sure you're the second highest. So we're going to be headed into that game shortly. But folks at home, if you know or love any of these players, shout them out in chat. We want to hear your predictions. All right. Katie, game is underway. We're into it, and these games go fast. We both know it. And quickly, discard all already on the table.
Look at Harshi.
Oh, Harshi's got the wilds coming out of pocket.
No kidding. You have all of those wilds at your disposal. A great discard all on top of it. Prime position to strike early and strike fast, Gojj.
Wow.
Harshi gonna be feeling tough if they don't come out on top, at least in this round.
Yeah, Air Jordan also looking really solid with 2 wilds, but the 2+4s is everything. Talk about it all the time. A +4 at the end is nearly an instantaneous win unless somebody skips you or you get reversed away from and somebody else can finish in time. So Harshi could burn one here and try to coax out some of these other +4s. Here's the thing, though, Katie. I'm a bit worried because Air Jordan could throw down a +4.
Harshi still has one.
He can cover it, but he won't have the +4 that he wants likely at the very end. So not a perfect win, but still likely.
But MQ's about to have a very unfortunate day at the end of this. Usually when we talk about those +4s, Gojj, it goes to the person that first started it. But when you have 2, you say, I am so sorry. Hit that, Uno, MQ. You're about to have a very bad, no good day. But on the right side, Gojj, you talk about it, right? When we get to that sub 1 minute, Harshi with a 3 is not the worst case.
Yeah, but here we go. Okay, Air Jordan is smart. Elects to change the color again. Says, we're not staying on yellow. With another yellow draw,
Ooh,
we got some discard alls. We're going to get all those cards out of there eventually if somebody doesn't win soon. But this is where it gets really dicey, and this is huge. Air Jordan's going to go down Uno. We thought this was an insta-Harshi win, and I don't think it necessarily is, especially if it doesn't stay on this yellow, which it might, but Uno already.
You can throw down that 9 now. So you're back at least to having that lowest number in terms of the 3. We'll see now. That first place coming up. Where does it go? None other than Hershey. But you want to keep it away from that blue. You want to keep it away from that yellow if you're on the other side of this. And, a discard all. Not ideal for Hershey to have. But if you can keep it on green, at least you can get rid of it.
This is why I love Uno Mobile, because sometimes you look at the luck that you get and you're like, instant win. Not so fast. Not against good Uno Mobile players. Still on Uno. Now, Katie, we've got a timer. 30 seconds left, and our medals are denoting who's in the lead with points. And IMQ's right back into the mix because of the discard all.
Yeah, that discard all is huge, but Christina kind of like the quiet warrior here, coming in at the last minute, fighting with them. But now back to Air Jordan and Hershey. It is going neck and neck. You only have 15 seconds left, so who's going to just eat up all the time?
Red. Nobody else has one. Get lucky numbers. Hershey gets it. Goes down to 3 points. Hershey will have the lead. They're going to burn up every time that they can. 3 is better than 6. You should see Hershey win it here. No, the 6 on top of it. I'm blind as a brick bat. 3-1. Air Jordan on top was able to play the 6 and change the color.
Wow.
I got so sucked in on the colors, Katie.
So did
I got to catch my breath for a second. I was like, a 3 is better than 6. It totally comes down to score if you don't run out of cards. But throwing down the 6, next player had a 6 as well. It was just a different color and was able to burn the rest of the timeout so nobody else could play. Huge win and strategic one on the side of Air Jordan, although a little bit of luck.
Yeah, a little bit of luck, but hey, you're going to take it. When something goes your way, you say, yes, please, thank you. I will happily take that first Uno win because guess what? Air Jordan only needs 2 more to guarantee a chance in the semifinals. But let's jump right back into it, Gojj. We're not stopping the action for anything. Let's see, Hershey, we talked about it. If you have 2+4s, you're not going to be happy if you don't win the round, and well, you didn't win the round.
Okay, I've got to collect my breath here
for a moment. Get our bearings.
I know. I was blown away that Hershey didn't win that last one. That was nuts. 3 wilds. Now, Air Jordan had a great deck as well. But focusing in on this one,
Christina.
quickly into a +12 scenario already on Air Jordan. And we're going to switch to their perspective because they won the last one. So they're up in wins. But you're right. Christina is in a great position. Do you burn it or do you not?
Plays it. Not afraid to play it this early on.
Yeah, I don't hate the idea. You're the only one even close to being on Uno.
You are giving up your hand, though, in terms of red. Everyone will know that that's what you've got. Air Jordan, what can you play? Makes the right choice. Says, no, Christina. I know what you've got. We're going to move it over to yellow.
Yeah, yellow works out fairly well. Not a lot of people have yellow. Air Jordan's got a draw associated to it, but it's back to red. Pretty good for Christina here, especially if we just elect to go, no, gotta go back to yellow. Air Jordan is not risking anything because he knows Christina could have 2 red cards and one of those could be a discard all, and they would only be partially correct in that assumption.
We'll see. What do you choose to play? And now you add on Christina, really just not able to do anything right now, saying, excuse me, Air Jordan, please get out of my way. But now Hershey with another Uno. Can you finally close it out this time? Air Jordan, I think just playing this nuisance factor, Gojj, as we start to get to that sub 1 minute mark.
Yeah, here's the thing. Sometimes you got to play defense. You got to make sure somebody else doesn't go out of cards instead of do what's best for you. Air Jordan's been doing a lot of that burning wilds, but now we can have a little bit of a skip back and forth. Or going to elect to stay on red just because they believe that somebody is not going to win on red, which would be Hershey.
That's a big discard all for MQ, though.
Yeah, MQ's right back into it.
Right back into it, indeed. Doesn't get a great top deck draw, but Christina happy to get rid of some of those better cards for points at this point. You can see why. Now in first place, Air Jordan, what do? Do you send it to blue? Well, Christina happy with that because, Gojj, you're just going to have a green 1. That is about as good as you could possibly have if you don't have a wild.
Yeah, if it stays blue here, which it likely will, this is the worry. Air Jordan elects to throw it down. However, that card that Christina played was a discard all, so that was calculated. Great risk, great reward, but Christina's still on 1. Could go to green, does it? Whew, that was almost bad. And if it goes to green, Christina wins this thing. 10 seconds left.
Yeah, but unfortunately, pulling that discard all, though, points-wise is going to bump MQ up to first place. You only have 5 seconds left. We're coming to the limit. Christina, though, with that +2, gets skipped, but it might still be enough. The card gets played. MQ, at the last second, Gojj says thank you, goodbye. I'll take the win.
Here's the thing. Air Jordan can really only affect the player next to them, and was doing a fantastic job. Recognized pretty quickly, I'm probably not winning this thing, but the person next to me, they're not winning either.
They're going down with me, Gojj.
She was so close to winning so many times. This is nuts. All right.
My goodness. MQ, though, perfectly happy with the outcome of that. Especially imagine if someone just holds for a second longer. Maybe MQ not able to play the card, but we jump right back into it. Going over to red, and we'll see if Air Jordan plays spoiler again.
Quick stack early. This is what happens when you burn those wilds. Discard all. We've got reversing back into it. That is a classic strategy. I've talked to Community Cup players. Everyone loves when somebody in front of you or behind you rather plays their discard all, reverse right back into them at the same color. You know they can't play. Classic strat to make them draw.
Classic strat will swing over to blue as we rotate to MQ. And really, it's Christina, though, with the biggest card and decides to play it again. What I like, I don't know if it's always working out, Gojj, but no fear in playing those +4 wilds early in the challenge. Well, it doesn't work out in your favor. That'll be 6 to Air Jordan. Maybe a little payback.
Yeah, you know, I don't love the idea, but with it being played that early with that many cards in your hand, it's actually not a bad challenge at all. Now, Christina in trouble not getting a wide variety of different colors rather, but skips back and forth. 3 cards. Now, Katie, I think Air Jordan and MQ have realized, let's keep it green, and Harsh cannot play with that many cards in their hand.
That is truly unfortunate. The skip will go back to Christina, but, well, you don't have a blue either. So, MQ, Christina, you have a decent amount of cards, and MQ gets a +4, but Christina, how are you going to get rid of those? You don't even have the discard all. I say that, you get one, and it's for the wrong color.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Christina's just getting some unlucky draws. She just needs 1 or 2 decent draws, and that's the part about Community Cup that makes it so fun, is that the discard alls change the game dramatically. All right, minute left. Back to yellow this time. That's great for Christina and Harsh.
You do, to change it over to the green. Now everyone knows.
Hey, we've seen some players bluff in the past. They might try to call the bluff. Keep it. No, they're not going to keep it green. We're going to go to red. That's exactly what MQ needs. And there's 50 seconds left.
50 seconds left. So what do you choose to do here? Well, you got to grab those cards. Air Jordan, you're going to have to pull. Do you get lucky on this pull? You do. Stay with the 1. Great positioning. Can you get it back to green?
Nice. Harshy able to change it. Unlucky for MQ. Doesn't know how. Oh no. Didn't play it.
Wow.
I don't know what happened, but we're still on yellow.
1,000 IQ?
Timed out. I think was considering playing and then just let time run out and elected not to. Probably a really smart move, whether they intentionally did that or not. But now Air Jordan's still in the lead with 3 cards. The closest is MQ. Doing the math, it looks like Air Jordan will win this unless something dramatic happens. Blue, you need Air Jordan to draw something big that they can't play. Any action card? A 1.
Wow.
That is so lucky. Air Jordan with the win because of the draw.
Wow.
I don't know if we've ever seen that, Katie.
No, I don't think we have either. And the thing here is that we were just watching Christina get so many unlucky pulls after pull, and then Air Jordan just said, I'm not worried about it. Cold as ice, grabs that 1, says, thank you for my win. My goodness. You got to be a little anxious, though, when you're pulling that card. Like, please, thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. There's nothing with the time that was left on the clock. There was nothing Air Jordan could do if they drew an action card that they couldn't play. So, all right, let's lock it back in because, Katie, here's something really important we got to talk about. Air Jordan is on match point. Air Jordan has 2 wins, and it's the first to 3. So if Air Jordan wins this round, not only will they be moving on, but our other winner, MQ, will also be moving on. So those 2 are the ones that are poised to win here. MQ would not be sad at all if Air Jordan wins this, even though they'll have a better record.
Yeah, surely not. But, well, Christina's about to get the short end of this stick because this is going to be a hefty stack of +4s going right toward Christina. And look, Air Jordan, a couple wilds to work with, some discard alls to try and make the play. And, well, Christina, at this point, Coach, are you just trying to play spoiler with that many cards in your deck?
Here's the thing. Discard alls. You can get rid of those cards so fast. Now, you have to see. Oh, my. Woo, okay, Christina, getting right back into it. Now, they know she doesn't have any yellows, so keeping it yellow. Oh, but this is rough because you got to know she's got more discard alls. Christina's right back into it immediately.
Right back into it. So Air Jordan, did you choose to change the color? Do you want to do that top deck draw? We'll have to wait and see. Just kind of wasting some of that time as well, keeping the suspense high, and goes for the play, changes it to red, maybe trying to play some mind games with the rest of the folks on the board.
Yeah, and likely knows that some of the other players don't have red. So as we go back to blue, that's exactly what Air Jordan wanted. Now, we're going to go into a blue mode the other way, which will likely result in some draws or skips. So Air Jordan's not going to get the benefit they wanted, but it worked out perfectly for them. Quickly into Uno for MQ, and Hershey's right there as well. Air Jordan can't catch a break.
Air Jordan, it can't catch a break indeed. Pulls the 8 for Hershey, not able to do much with it, but MQ back in a good position here. A 0 with the 1 minute mark hit, and Air Jordan, you're getting skipped. You're getting hit with the reverses. It can't make anything happen.
Yeah, it's just the nature of the game. Maybe we'll be able to fight back. Let's see. No draw yet. Now stuck with only blues.
Only 45 seconds. Oh, no.
Go back and forth. This is nice. Now, if we reverse it, not going to. Air Jordan says, I want it back on red. Nobody else has a red besides me. Well, except for Hershey there. And we're on blue again. Yikes.
Back to blue. Can never seem to get away from blue no matter what you do. And says, no, we are going back to red. I am sick of blue. They said they want the color of the fish, Gojj, not the color of the shirt.
Air Jordan is genius for not playing that reverse, elected to play the wild, knowing Christina likely has blue. She doesn't have red, though. Reverse into red. Now Air Jordan is primed and able to play and is in the mix. Gotta get rid of that reverse, though, if you're gonna have any chance. 5 seconds left on the clock. We're running out of time, Katie. And Hershey has 1 card, 1 point. Hershey is gonna take the win. MQ gets rid of 1 card, but it's not fast enough. Hershey with the 1 point card. Smart play, sneaky win. That clock will sneak up on you, not only here in the booth, but also in game. Wow. Air Jordan battled through some adversity in that one and almost came out with a victory still. That's the nature of the Community Cup. I'm so ready for this next match.
Well, you got to think about it too, Gojj, because if that blue reverse doesn't happen out of Hershey way back, you might be in prime position at that point for Air Jordan to be able to close it out a little bit earlier. But let's jump into it. We still got that match point potential and a big discard. All Air Jordan saying, I'm not going through those shenanigans again. I'm looking to close this out right now.
Okay, so as a reminder, Air Jordan on 2 wins already. MQ with 1 and Hershey on 1. Anybody's ball game technically, but if Air Jordan closes it out here in just a moment, which is looking pretty likely, going down to Uno with the wild, this will be all she wrote. Now, a reverse here could be problematic because that will be an auto win, but
But shouldn't it go to Air Jordan because it'll be the +4? Christina's gonna get hit with it, and then you just have.
It's free. It's free, Katie.
Free. There we go.
It. I think I liked Hershey's strategy, but it doesn't matter. Air Jordan is your Group A Finals winner. Excited to see what Air Jordan and company can do in the semifinals. And I say company because, Katie, I don't know the scores yet. We got to take a look at it. Chat, everybody at home, everybody hang out in the broadcast. I want to explain something here. Air Jordan was the first to 3 wins, which is super exciting, and congratulations. But we had 2 other players tied with the same amount of wins. So then it comes down to score. That score is calculated by how well or how much more did you beat everyone in your 1 win, right? You add up the score of all the other players in that match, subtract your score if you had any. Could have been 0, could have been 1 card or what have you. That's your score. Whoever had the higher score also moves on. So we'll see who that is in just a moment. Katie, let's take a look at these replays. We had some crazy cool plays throughout the majority of this group stage. And as we take a look back at it, of course, stacking was an issue. Discard all was an issue. It wasn't as much as some of the other group stages we've seen. I mean, take a look at it. We got some discard alls with a lot of cards, but they weren't factors for a win.
They weren't factors for a win, Gojj, and every single time it felt like this group went to the final seconds. Air Jordan closed it out early in the final, but you see these massive discard alls, but it felt like these battles going all the way down to just wasting that clock out.
And this is the one I wanted to take a look at because as we take a look at this replay here, we saw some draws. Look at Harsh. Like anytime we have a lot of people, as we kind of pause this replay, you can see Harsh has a ton of cards and no discard alls. So as we go through some of these, I think we lost him.
Oh, no.
We'll head back into him in just a second. What I was trying to say was, it all comes down to that little bit of luck of having a discard all when you draw a ton of cards. Because anytime you draw a ton, Hershey was the example of when it doesn't work for you, right? You draw a ton of cards, you don't draw a single discard all, you're up a creek without a paddle. You can't do anything about it. There's really no chance of you winning, and you have to play spoiler. But when you're somebody like what we're going to see in just a second, which was that replay of I believe it was Christine at the top, who drew like 14 cards, but drew like 6 discard alls within 2 rounds, you're right back where you started, and you're feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, you have those discard alls, right? Exactly what you said. Christina able to jump back in. The only way that that's going to get shut down is if someone has a lot of those skips, potentially. They're using a lot of those reverses. We talked about it earlier. You get into kind of that reverse war with someone, and you just deny the opportunity for anyone else to play at all. But really, I think Air Jordan maybe channeling the good vibes into that final round after a bit of a frustrating prior round where they just couldn't make anything happen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Air Jordan has come out on top with those 3 wins, which is super exciting. And then we've got that tiebreaker that we're working on. Now, our admins are doing that math behind the scenes. We got to double check and triple check those score lines to make sure. We're going to see the rest of these replays, and I appreciate your patience on this. As we go back into it, here we go. So Harsh drew a lot of cards. This is what I was talking about on the left-hand side. No discard alls in sight, which was the issue. But as we got to these Unos, there were some really high-level plays. So you've got Christine on the right with a lot of cards, Harshi on the left with a ton of cards. No discard alls because everybody's burned them. That's something you and I saw a lot last month, Katie, was people holding on to discard alls till the end rather than playing catch-up like Christina is here.
Yeah, and rather fearless, maybe for better or for worse, using those discard alls or even using those +4s very, very early on. But here you go, Air Jordan.
There's the win.
Final nail in the coffin, says, thank you. This went exactly how I hoped it would. Those +4s really putting Air Jordan in the prime position to just throw that card down, say, thank you, I will take my ticket to the semis.
Well, I'm glad we got to see Air Jordan win. The question is, who else is moving on? Here's your scoreboard. Wow, it was so incredibly close. There's the score. There's the wins. The wins category is what matters most. 3 wins for Air Jordan moving on. But when it comes down to the tiebreaker, MQ over Harushi by 20 points, Katie. That is the matter of 1 action card in total. That is crazy close. One of the closest I think we've ever seen in the Community Cup between 2 players. But congratulations to MQ for moving on.
I think you kind of spoke it into existence too. You're saying, if you're MQ, I hope Air Jordan closes it out here because I'm sitting pretty. But I agree. I don't recall kind of a tiebreaker like that. That's that close. Really just a minute difference. But we'll see Air Jordan move on to Semi A, and MQ patiently waiting in Semi B to see who joins them as we get prepared for Group B. They're warming up. They're ready to go.
Yep, and Group B is who we're moving on to next. So we've got Dora, we've got Smitten Kitten, we've got Hippie99, and we've got Christine. Now, we haven't seen any of these names before either, so excited to see them compete. Will it be a lot of the same? They're burning those discard alls pretty early, trying to play catch-up and get involved. Are we saving wild cards till the end? A lot of fun strategy I see our Community Cup players talking about, and excited to see what they're going to be able to do. Katie, as we are going into this gameplay, one of the things we always talk about with Community Cups is that each group plays slightly different because they're different players. Sometimes we'll have a conservative group that doesn't like to play a lot of their cards till the end. Some of these players are hyper aggressive and try to be the person kind of forcing the equation, forcing the flow of gameplay by burning +4s over and over and over again very early into the game.
Yeah, right. Are you hungry? Are you ready out the gate to just be that hyper-aggressive player? And it's important because if you do choose to burn those +4s early, it forces everyone else to burn them unless you just want to accept getting those cards. Most people are not going to want to do that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see Group B. Do you decide to be a bit more patient, a bit more methodical? And that's what I love too, is you're going to get such a diversity of gameplay styles, maybe ones that you haven't even seen before in these Community Cups, and maybe even learn a thing or two.
Yeah, look, I know we've got a lot of people at home chatting it up in our live stream channels. We're live on all of the socials, okay? We're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch, we're live on Facebook, TikTok, and we've got people saying, oh, I would have done this. I've got this strategy. If you want to get involved in these things, it's all in-app. There's qualifiers for it, okay? So make sure you've downloaded Uno Mobile and you can get involved in those qualifiers. Join the Discord if you want some more info, !Discord. Game is
Get
here,
into
though.
it.
Group B. These players have earned the right to be here. They battled through qualifiers. And starting off in Group B, there's no clear edge. Maybe Smitten Kitten, but pretty even across the board.
I'm feeling it with Smitten Kitten. I'm telling you right now. This is one of those little reverse wars we've talked about. We'll see if Hibby decides to play the reverse again. Doesn't actually just goes for the color change right over to yellow. Christine has something to throw down, but Smitten Kitten, well, you're going to have to pull for that. And you pull the best possible option. Another +4 in the pocket.
That is a huge draw for Smitten Kitten because they can now dictate when they want to start burning +4s. And right here, I think Smitten's kind of hoping Hippie has one as well so that they can jump around for like a +12 on Dora, but not going to be the case. Christine in a fantastic position now, and with a skip, Dora has an opportunity. Christine should be able to prevent Dora. Oh no, it reverses the other way. That's a free win for Dora. Dora with the victory because of Hippie's reverse. I thought we were going to have time, but we didn't.
Man.
There was a +4 staring Dora in the face. She was about to have to draw 4, and Hippie saved the day for Dora.
Coach, we are 2 for 2 on someone being lucky enough to have +4s, 2 of them, and not winning the round that they pull them in. That reverse, you don't know, right? If we're going to see that +4 put down, you don't really have an answer for it, but wow, what an amazing ending there. Just everything going their way.
Yeah, and as a reminder, too, like any of these wins where you can win early in the game before we get into the final 60 seconds, likely the score is going to be pretty solid in your favor. So, all right, tuning in here. Dora, great position, obviously. 2 +4 wilds. However, that hasn't dictated any sort of a win anytime recently. So who knows if that would be the case, but we'll see.
And it goes to this, a nice pull from Hippie. Will change the color over to red. Christine, I imagine, happy to slap down a skip. Actually just goes ahead and pulls because, well, you don't have the wild to answer for it. So a quick use out of Hippie.
Ooh,
a skip goes over and a nice Uno with just the 9 left.
Discard alls in hand. This is a good, I was going to say, you've got to know that the very least Smitten's going to be able to stack on this. That's one way you can kind of play against somebody across the table from you. You've got to hope the person next to you can stack to throw some cards their way. Now, Dora back in the best position.
Yeah, and Hippie really primed there, and now not a lot of cards to utilize. The skip goes through for Dora. A nice play out of Christine. And Hippie, unfortunately, just kind of sitting back and hanging out as Dora looking to prepare the dagger with the 2 +4s. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, at the very least, you're going to have, you're going to have to draw one of these out now for Smitten Kitten. You're not going to risk it. And of course, a great play. Dora's just holding her breath saying, please don't have a +4 on top of this to win. And perfect. Worked out in my favor. Now, again, best position.
Yeah, best position, but the skip, again, I feel like Christine has skipped Dora every single time they've played a card.
You have to. Yet, even still, Dora, most likely, unless something crazy happens, wins it. There it is. Green, +4 wild. There's almost nothing you can do when somebody's able to hold on to a +4 wild till the end. Dora on top with another victory. Looking good.
Coach, the 2 +4s curse broken. Dora,
It is.
finally, the first player we've seen able to get it done and really played that very, very effectively. Everything going their way. And yeah, 2 lightning fast rounds. I'm getting a little scared for everybody else.
Look, hey, this is match point, right? Dora's got 2. Nobody else has a win yet. So we could see the first 3-0 we've seen maybe since the debut. Maybe
I've
even
never
before
seen
that.
one, Gojj. That would be a treat. But Christine says, I will continue to skip Dora forever and always.
It's +2. He's going to have to answer with a +4. Christine does not want to draw cards. That's a very early +4 play. And it's going to relent 10 cards into Smitten Kitten, unfortunately, for them.
Draw cards.
Decent draws, but not fantastic.
And ideally, if you're Dora there, you wanted it to stay on the yellow, right? Because at least you can get rid of 1 card. But now you're kind of just sitting in this unfortunate situation where you're not pulling anything. That blue discard, although, could end up being massive if we get there.
It's always this.
There we go.
This is what I was going to say. It's always a hard position when you have 2 wilds, but changing to blue put everyone else in a fantastic spot, including Smitten Kitten if they wanted to. Smitten Kitten could have gone red there with a massive discard all. Elected to change it, and Hippie wants it red so bad it doesn't even know. Christine, 3 cards, but the discard all. The first discard all of the tournament. Christine with 1 win. Dora with 2.
Gojj, how do you think it feels? You're setting it up. You think you're making the play, and then you realize you've fallen into a terrible trap.
Well, you just don't know. You know, it's always in the back of your mind of when you're playing cards, you're like, I really hope they don't have a discard all when they have 5 cards, 10 cards, 3 cards. If they're all the same color and you play the wrong color, you're in trouble, and that's exactly what happened.
We'll see. No green for Dora to respond with, nor a 6, but does have a few action cards. Really an action card across the board for everybody to try and have fun with. But now we go a reverse into a reverse. I would imagine that's exactly what happens. Kicking it back over to yellow for Hippie, and a nice discard all puts Christine in prime position to potentially go to tie it up against Dora.
All right, here we go. Quick change of color. This is the big question mark. Burn it and go to Uno or wait? Christine smartly waits.
Smartly waits. You could tell, though, maybe itching to do it, but the Uno comes out. Do you play the +4? Here you go. If it stays on that blue, though, which it very well may, it's going to go over to Hippie. You're going to have to pull that card.
Yeah, Hippie will have to draw. I think Christine was hoping that Hippie was going to have to be able to draw 12, but Smith couldn't play it. Amazing pull, and the fact that Christine is not in the lead, she doesn't know that. We don't have the medals out yet until the final 60 seconds. Christine thinks that they are in the best position as long as Hippie doesn't win here. That's exactly what happens. Another amazing draw. Christine, opportunity here to win it all. Another one stays at 1 card, and it's 1. The Dora is right there as well.
I feel like the universe is telling Christine, this is your moment with these top deck draws we're getting. Unfortunately, though, Dora says, Christine, there was an attempt, but I will be the champion of this round. I will be the champion of this group.
The Group B is already done. Dora is
Unadjusted.
3 or 4 up, 3 down at the very least in 4 games. Dora won 3 of them. Now, I gotta give Hippie some credit. Before we say anything bad about Hippie setting Dora up, they don't know. They can't see all the cards that we can see. And Hippie earned their right to be here from an amazing qualifier run. Unfortunately, or rather fortunately for Dora, Hippie just perfectly alley-ooping Dora almost every single round without even knowing it. Dora with an amazing victory. And we will see Dora moving on, of course, to the semifinals. We're going to see these replays here in a second. Now, Katie, only 4 rounds, so we got to go through these pretty quick. But let's see Dora's dominance, because that's exactly what it was. It was dominance.
It was dominance indeed. Goes back to that green. Easy win here to open things up with a wild like that. Really not even giving anyone a chance to make a play, and that's where you take a dominant lead.
Yeah, this is the curse being broken right here. We had 2 +4s, and this is where I want to pause it right before we get into this, because as we take a look at the cards, Dora is doing a great job of staying patient. When you have 2 +4s, it's important to stay patient because you don't want to burn them too early. But you have to burn one early enough to get rid of everyone else's +4s so that you don't have to play yours at a +12 draw. So look at the cards. Dora with 1 +4 wild. No one else with a wild. No one else with a single card that could do anything to stop her from winning. And that's why she won this hand, is because she was able to burn cards early with the other +4. Burn those wilds, burn those +2s. There was no skips on the board. Perfect opportunity for Dora to win this. So let's roll the tape. We'll see exactly that happen, because no one can stop you if you have the +4 at the end.
Well, right. And no one even an opportunity to switch it off yellow at that point either. So really a premium position, as you said it. But this is where things started to go a little bit awry, because we did not get that 3-0 we might have been anticipating.
Yeah, it got changed to red perfectly for Christine.
Easy.
Christine was able to grab 1 win, and then this was the round that we just saw a moment ago where everything kind of went in Dora's favor, and she was able to close it out in incredible fashion. So yes, Christine had an amazing score. It doesn't matter, though, because we're looking at wins. Dora, the first to 3 wins, so Dora's moving on. Christine, the only other player with a victory under their belt. A nice one. to be complete there. But Christine, 1 win, Dora with 3, both moving on to the semifinals.
Moving on, and that'll be Christine up with Air Jordan in Semi A, and Dora going all the way down to Semi B with MQ. But I don't know, Gojj, if I've been a part of a Community Cup with a faster Group A and Group B finish. They have been so strong out of both Air Jordan and Dora to close things out. Do you think we're going to see the same Group C and D, or is it going to be a bit more of a battle?
The world must be balanced, as all things should be. So I assume Group C or Group D is going to go to Game 9. I got to shout out somebody in chat. I saw somebody in chat, I think it was somebody named Whiskey, saying Dora stands for dominating on rounds aggressively. I love that acronym. Shout out to chat. You guys always come up with the craziest stuff. Here's Group C. Game's about to be underway. Big Tex Lex, Jackie95, Cora Siema, the name to be watching with the most experience. And then we've got Wolfpack down at the bottom. Katie, besides Cora Siema, any other names jump out? You're like, yeah, that's my person. I think they win this thing.
Look, I'm going with Wolfpack because I like the name.
Sure.
That's all I got,
that.
but I like it.
That's all we have.
Big name person. I like it. Wolfpack is strong. They've got that mentality. I think that they've got that ice. They're going to get it done.
I totally agree. But Cora Siema is the player to watch because they've been here several times, specifically March. Community Cup finals in March. They got to the finals, the grand finals, got 4th overall, winning some cash and some diamonds, but in particular, not winning a spot to the grand finals in November, which is what they're aiming to do here today, of course, with that massive grand finals pot if you get 1st or 2nd place. So let's keep an eye out for Cora Siema, but the rest of these players also looking pretty strong, and specifically Big Tex Lex. 2 wilds in hand.
Wow, 2 wilds in hand. Everyone with at least something to work with. We'll see what you decide to do here. Wolfpack making the play. This is who I'm cheering for, Gojj. But right now, no one even with discard alls to make a play. If Cora Siema had one for yellow, that'd be huge, but slow and steady right now.
Slow and steady may win the race when you're a tortoise, but probably not in Uno. Big Tex Lex out of blues, but still in probably the best position. Cora Siema cannot get anything besides a yellow. Get me some help. Unless you get a discard all, you're in a blender right now, and you can't get out of it. Turn that thing off. Step out of the blender. Hopefully win this thing.
Oh, no.
Wilds.
Oh. I was going to say, too, though, if it stays on the screen, there you go. You can play the discard all. You have the Uno on the yellow. If you switch it, you don't even know what you've done. Do you have to play the +4? Someone must.
Yeah, everybody's getting... Jackie's drawing 12 cards. I mean, we're in trouble if we're Jackie, and Big Tex Lex is looking fantastic.
Oh,
the problem is, what color? And it's green. That should be a win for Wolfpack. Wait for it. Let's see if it gets changed. No.
I'm
Wolfpack
telling you,
with the victory. That's
Wolfpack
crazy.
isn't letting me down, Gojj. I called it. Wolfpack, I could feel the dominance. And what a dominant win it was.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm Wolfpack, that's just the blessing from the Uno luck gods, right? Like, because when you look over at our player down at the bottom that we're expecting that whole time, you're like looking and you're like, okay, we've got 2 wilds. That's the only cards we have left. I'm feeling super comfortable. You just happen to pick the wrong color, and they happen to have a discard all. Like, a lot of things had to not go in your favor if you're Big Tex Lex to not win that one. But that's exactly what happens. Because it can't. Jackie, 2 wilds in this round. Jackie's probably in the best spot, but not always been the case. Anything can happen. Gonna burn one early, though.
Yeah, forced to, really, unless you just wanted to take the extra cards. No one ever does. Cora Siema just not having any luck in these first 2 rounds. And Wolfpack, wow, if you ever wished one of those discard alls was blue, it's right now.
Red.
Yeah, here's another +4, so we're going to go to +6. It's going to be +10,
Oh, no.
14 going to Cora Siema.
Oh,
Cora Siema,
no.
my good friend. At this point, I believe we're friends because you've been on this broadcast so many times, and you cannot catch a break. You just can't. You're not even able to read these cards here in a moment.
No.
Hopefully, looks like a couple discard alls were drawn. Wolfpack out of reds and running out of time. Big Tex Lex. Great spot. No one with a clear path to victory yet, though. To be very clear, when you have only one color, it can be quite difficult to get rid of all your cards unless you draw those discard alls. And right now, we got 3 players, all with only one singular color till that draw.
But a nice little +2 top deck draw out of Texlex forces Jackie to pick up a couple extra. Swings it over to yellow. Not helpful for Wolfpack because, well, all you have is blue. And they said, here's another blue, Gojj, and another blue, and a skip.
All you need is a top deck discard all. That's it. Period. And Colosseum is going to alley-oop for you. No. Able to draw. +2. About 70 seconds left, roughly. And nobody still with the clear path to victory. This is anybody's game.
No, and you're not even getting the number matchup to be able to switch that color. Text saying, please, can we go back to blue? Which, Colosseum, you're going to be happy because another huge discard all.
Uno.
Yeah, I'm telling you, anytime somebody draws 14, 15, 16, they can get back into the mix quickly. Couple people on Uno, couple people close. Coming down to the wire, Katie. And right now, it comes down to the top deck luck.
Wow.
That's all it is. Over and over and over again. You know Big Tex Lex doesn't have a red. Not a lot of luck. Wolfpack's going to get it. 40 seconds left. We're moving quick. And we keep drawing reds off the top if we're Jackie.
Oh, no. And Wolfpack can't get away from blue no matter what is happening. And once again, everyone in this tricky position, no one with that really dominant play to make it happen. You don't have hardly any time left. But a big skip denies Texlex, who is still in first place.
We haven't seen a Wild in a country mile. Where are they? We can't catch a break. Everybody's just drawing number cards. Not going to be able to get through their decks. It's going to come down to Big Tex Lex or Colosseum, and it's going to be a close one. But Big Tex Lex should take this with 4, 3. Nothing you can do out of time. Big Tex Lex off a decision just based on score. Only 8 points in total. Big Tex Lex grabbing a victory. That was a crazy round. It was like you almost couldn't keep up because the cards are flying. Everybody's drawing so quickly because they're like, eventually I'm going to grab a discard all, right? Eventually I'm going to grab a wild.
Surely.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
Someone might have just shuffled them out of that deck. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't exist because all we were pulling was those basic number cards. But I like that because it adds an extra level of tension as the game starts to close because everyone on the board is scrambling. But let's jump into it. Can we see someone get to match point in this round?
Okay. Here we go.
Everyone with at least 1+4.
Yeah, but and the question is who burns it first. Now, Wolfpack's going to start the flow. This could be perfect. Oh, no. Here we go.
Not for Texlex, but here we go.
6, 10, 14, 18 to Big Tex Lex. Am I reading that right?
I can't do math, but I trust you, Gojj, that we're going to get hit with a mollywhopper on Texlex.
See you later, Tex Lex. 18 cards. Good luck.
Oh, no. And you can watch it from our POV, all of those cards. Ooh, you're going to hope at least some of them are discard alls, or you're in for a tough go of it. And it looks like there's not one for blue. All you can do is hit the reverse, which Jackie's happy to take. Get rid of that 9.
Yeah, I got plenty of blues. Not a discard all except for in the red category. If it goes to red, Tex Lex will be back into it. But I don't think anybody wants to go to red besides Tex Lex at this point. So I'm down. Colosseum technically best spot currently with Wild in hand. Now into red. Tex Lex trying to get rid of all of these cards. And if no one changes it, nice. This will be a great play. Tex Lex back into it.
Still tricky, though, because you have so many blues, which we've seen before, just weren't able to get a discard all. We'll see. Colosseum, do you pull that wild? Yes, you do. Sends it to yellow, but that still helps Wolfpack out. You can get rid of that now, just down to 2 cards as it swings over to blue. But that'll actually put Colosseum at Uno.
Yeah, we're burning these wilds early, and that blue just saved Colosseum because Jackie was going to play the +2 likely. Colosseum in perfect position now if it goes to yellow. But if it does go to yellow, likely Jack... Oh, wait. Could be a draw here. Could be a discard all. Could be a victory. Colosseum with a quick victory. That's the nature of the game. If you've got the discard alls at the end, that's what's so valuable about them is that somebody could play one of a different color, but if they play it, you can play yours, and you get to pick which color you need it to be. And if when you have the yellow in hand, they play it red, it doesn't matter. You stack those things on there, and you add them up, and bam. We're out of cards, and we didn't have to say Uno. Colosseum with a victory on the board. Well done.
And that's the thing. You get to make that power play. But now the question, we have 3 wins across 3 separate players. Who is going to take the lead? Or can we get a shakeup from the first 2 groups? Have a win on everyone's deck?
Corsima, poised and ready to grab another victory and go up to 2 here with 3 wilds in hand and not having had to burn 1 yet. I saw somebody in chat ask, even they said, why are people playing +4 so early? The main reason is to burn other people's +4s. You'd like somebody to have to draw 14, 18, however many it needs to be. And when somebody plays a +2 or a +4 early, everyone else is going to get rid of all of theirs, and then they're not waiting till the last card. But look at Texlex and Corsima right here. This is nuts. Wolfpack's there as well. Jackie's the only one in trouble because she's about to have to draw a ton of cards.
All the cards.
We got 2 people on Uno with wild cards. Jackie's drawing 18 again. Salute to Jackie. But that means that's an auto win for Texlex.
Yes, it is, because it'll just skip right over Jackie when this +4 gets played because you have no answer, which means Texlex really +18. And that is also huge for Texlex, Gojj, because as you put this card down for the Uno, all of those cards in Jackie's deck will go toward your score with that win. That is huge.
So I think that was the first time I've done the math on how big of a win that was. Again, score only matters for tiebreakers, but Texlex grabs another victory, and that was 237 plus 50 from the wild plus 4. Okay, so if I do my math correctly there, that's 287 plus, that's a 291 point victory. That's nice for a tiebreaker if it comes to it, but the win regardless is super nice.
Super nice indeed. Puts Texlex at the ability to close this out. And when we talk about it, those +4s consistently getting played early. And if you're Wolfpack, please, Corsima, please, I beg.
Draw 4.
Maybe a bit of karma returning there.
Yeah, nice stack, with the +2 and +2. So you got +4 going off. Another wild. I will say this group in particular loves to burn their non-+4 wilds early as well to try to set up for colors. The other thing those wilds do, though, is it also helps figure out other players' colors. So when you change colors and they're changing it right back, you know, hey, there's some value in their hands for the color they keep changing it to, even when I'm burning wilds early as well. So keep an eye out for that. These players obviously can't see each other's cards. We can.
Jackie in a really good position here if it stays on yellow, which it very well may. So swings over, and there you go. An Uno with that +4 wild card.
That's it.
There's going to be no skips. There's going to be no reverses. Jackie. An easy win for Jackie and a nice amount of cards on top of it.
Here's the thing. That Jackie victory not only was pretty high scoring as well, but if there was a textbook on Uno Mobile and it was like, how do you win a solos Uno Mobile game with the most efficiency? That game right there. It wasn't the flashiest win. It wasn't the fanciest win. There wasn't a crazy combination. It was just as simple as save my +4 to the end. Nobody does anything about it. I pretty much just auto win. And that's exactly what happened. So congrats to Jackie for grabbing a victory.
And now that means every single player here in Group C with a win, but it's still Texlex poised to close it out with 3 if they can get it done here. But take a look, Corsima, you have those 2 +4 wilds, so really a position here to maybe tie that with 2 Uno wins.
Definitely possible. Greens being played is great for most everyone, Wolfpack in particular, if they can keep it there. Likely not going to happen, though, and Wolfpack, the only player without a +4. So no matter who plays it, Wolfpack's drawing it.
We'll assume the skip, perhaps. We'll have to see.
Might hold on to it.
Yeah, really, I agree. It might just have the timeout. Well, nothing at all is going to keep on going over to Wolfpack. You can play maybe that 8 to get rid of some of those higher numbers, or you're just going to sit back, relax, and keep eating up as much of that time as possible.
I like this play from Corsima. I would almost draw here in order to save that skip. It's the only card that can prevent another player. Okay, it will get played. I was going to say it's the only card that can prevent a player from winning with a wild at the end, right? If you skip them, they can't play it, and you still have an opportunity. Nice draw here with the wild. They go to yellow. That's a nice spot for them, and it's a nice spot for nearly everyone else as well. Wolfpack without a wild, but with an opportunity to throw a +2 down that could draw.
Want to, though. The reverse, right, because you would have ended up getting hit with a massive amount of cards. You're still going to get hit, unfortunately, with a massive amount of cards. Really, I think maybe avoiding disaster, but disaster seems very intent on heading Wolfpack's way.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, hey, Wolfpack, you know, if you don't have a wild, everybody else has one. There's just nothing you can do about it. It's only 12. We say only because we've seen much more than that, but Wolfpack, decent draw with one discard all, but not great. I might actually have one on green as well, so actually in a pretty solid
I was
position.
looking at that. Yeah, I think maybe a discard all there as well, but we'll have to wait and see. +2, Corsima. Are you going to play the +4 now that you have that +2? Or are you just going to eat the card? And, well, there we go again. Jackie
Draw cards.
sending it over to TextLex with a nice +6.
+6 is solid. We got discard alls coming in. It's a little bit risky with people on low amounts of cards. We saw what happened last time we played discard alls. People were low. They were able to get rid of them, but works out.
Ooh, a nice lucky 7 play here. And then the
Corsima,
reverse right
free.
back into Corsima. Oh, and look at all the points, too. We got 2 all
big
tied
one.
up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Not only is that a big points win again if there's a tiebreaker, we've got everybody with victories under their belt, but we've got TextLex and now Corsima with 2 victories each, which is huge because if either of them win this next match, they're both on match point, they both move on. The problem becomes if one of our other 2 players who has 1 win ties them at 2, then we're getting nitpicky with all of the different wins. Now, Katie, I'm not saying I called it, but I did say that the world must be in balance, and we had quick Group A, Group B. This one, not so much. Everybody with victories.
You said it best, and look at this, though. Corsima poised in
Okay.
this round to close it out. Another +2, or rather 2 +4 wilds to work with. And that is going to go very far because take a look, really no one with discard alls to make a play.
Reverse.
You can reverse it right back over, and wow, you are in a prime position right now,
Oh my
getting rid
goodness.
of everything except the wilds. Wow.
I hope we can get this back on replay because Corsima
Yes, we
might
need
have
it.
just had the freest walk to victory I've ever seen. Every card played before them was exactly the color they needed to not burn a single wild. Corsima sitting on 2 +4 wilds. There's literally nothing that can be done to prevent Corsima from winning this, unless for whatever reason they were to go green here and they were to get skipped, but not gonna happen. Challenge doesn't come through. Not a bad one from Wolfpack, but this is just gonna emphasize Corsima's win here in the final moments.
And do you play the +4? Well, it doesn't really matter. All it does is expedite the win, sends it right over to Corsima because
Wow.
that plus fun, indeed, and a +4 to close it out. What a comeback. Corsima, kind of a slow start, Gojj, and then said, hold on, just let me have a minute to cook.
So-
That's exactly what they did.
Here's what's crazy. Corsima, of course, one of our returners. We said watch out for him. Got 4th in the March finals. Has played in several of the others. This is the second time, aside from March, that they've made it into the semifinals. Now in the semifinals, kind of like, hey, I've been here before. Let me loosen up my shoulders. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be able to take this one. I can see Corsima in the grand finals again. Only time will tell, and we still have one more group stage to get to, but before we do, Katie, we got to look at those all too amazing replays about what just happened because, again, like I said, a lot of wins across the board. Was really anybody's game. There wasn't some massive dominating performance.
Right.
And early in this group, as we take a look at these, Corsima really wasn't having a lot of luck. Found those wins towards the latter half.
Yeah, exactly. It was a very slow start, but, patience is key. You just have to trust that you're going to get those opening strong positions. And, well, that +14, exactly what we were talking about when we said that slow start. And, well, a slow comeback, but a comeback it was. The dominance there in the latter half of this group.
Yeah, and here's another +18. TextLex was able to battle forward as well. And there's a couple more draws across the board. There's the reverse. And that's the moment we're talking about with Corsima. You got the +4 wild at the end. You're feeling fantastic. And overall, a fantastic gameplay across the board for Corsima. And everything they were able to do. But it was the latter half of those replays that we were able to see that really Corsima was able to dominate by just having a little bit of luck with some of the other players, like playing directly into what they needed. And the key factor, we talk about it, group after group, community cup after community cup. If somehow you can hold on to the +4 wilds till the end by swading off the other players, having extras, whatever you need, that's the way to do it. That's almost an automatic win. And here's that scoreboard. No tiebreakers to write home about, just raw wins. Corsima with 3, TextLex at 2, both moving on to the semifinals.
And this is really tough for Wolfpack because you had such a strong start and a very high tiebreaker score, and then nothing went your way after that. If Texlex doesn't get that second win, a very real world in which Wolfpack moves on. But Coliseum, maybe I'm feeling it, Gojj. This is the Community Cup where you get into that top 2 in the finals.
It's definitely possible. We'll see. Here's that bracket. We're going to see Texlex down in semifinals B and Coliseum up in semifinals A. So one more round to go. The semifinals is about to be underway. We got to get through Group D. We've got Solo Nice, Jocelyn, the Uno Monster, and Heather. How have we not talked about this name? The fact that you grabbed the name Uno Monster and then were a monster and were able to make it through the qualifiers here onto the live stage of the May finals is awesome. So I'm rooting for Uno Monster, but definitely anybody could win this one.
I gotta agree, Gojj. Uno Monster is such a delightfully fun name, and maybe a little bit of mind games added into that too, because if I'm playing Uno Mobile, I'm trying to get into this Community Cup, and I see Uno Monster on the table, maybe I'm just gonna... I'll be back later.
I'll hesitate a little bit, a little hezzy. We'll see. But as the game is about to be underway, again, none of these players we've seen in the live finals. Some of them maybe are friends of yours in the Discord, though. We've got a thriving esports community in our Uno Mobile Discord. Make sure you join that Discord with !Discord. Check out all the Discord competitions and things that they do in there. A fun community. We've got some mods here hanging out in the live stream as well. I see you folks. It's good to see you all here. But let's head into Group D, see what these players are able to do. They're fresh. They just battled through qualifiers. They've never been here before. Nerves are high. And I think Uno Monster, most everybody actually in a pretty solid position. I do like Uno Monster's cards, though.
Yeah, so do I. I think maybe wish that color went to yellow because then you could hit an early discard all, and then you're sitting on those 2 wilds. Swings it over to green, though. I like that play, Gojj, because not giving up the hand on the discard all for the yellow.
Now, no blues to write home about, so obviously issue there. Everybody else is going to dwindle down their cards if they're not careful. One staying means Jocelyn doesn't have to burn their +4. Uh-oh. Watch out.
No.
Now,
no.
Here's the stack. Now, this is good for everybody besides Heather. We're going to get rid of all the +4s. So we're going to go +10. We're going to go +14. We're going to go +18 again. It's like the third +18 we've seen. But it does mean that it's not an insta-win for Jocelyn. And in all reality, especially if it gets off of yellow here, which is possible.
Right.
Little mind games, maybe.
But if Solo Nice does play this and change it back to yellow, which they do, it skips to Uno Monster, who has that discard all. But then it'll go over to Jocelyn, and that might be it.
You got to play the +2 out of it. Don't play the discard all. Play the +2 out of it.
Oh,
Make them draw cards. No.
Wow.
Congratulations to Jocelyn. Uno Monster not going to be your first winner. Had the opportunity to keep it in play, but went for, I'm going to get rid of as many cards as possible. A smart move. They had no idea what the other player had. A reminder, right? They can't see each other's cards, and Jocelyn changed it to blue when they had 1 card left. So, of course, Uno Monster was like, I'm probably okay. And the mind games, Katie, people are smart. They've earned their way here.
They have earned their way here, but sometimes no matter how many mind games, no matter how perfectly you play, you don't always have the information you need. That discard all is a good play. It's an optimal play. You're not going to know, Gojj, that it was that +2 that could have saved you that round.
No, I totally agree. Well, yellow cards completely depleted everyone's side of things, so draw 2 won't yield too much, but might see another one. And right now, Katie, as I'm looking around on these cards, obviously pretty even, but Uno Monster in particular looking very strong with only 3 cards left.
Very strong indeed. And well, it goes to a red, not particularly helpful for Uno Monster unless you want to play one of those wilds. Do they decide to? Do you want that top deck draw? And wow, okay, you head it over to blue. Yeah, it'll do the discard all here. Maybe we get a reverse potentially, and that's exactly what happens. Forces a draw from Jocelyn unless you play that wild.
Okay, here's the big question mark. Do I burn it now or do I wait? Smartly wait and get some nice luck on top of it. Same question for Solo Nice. Play or wait? Gonna play this time.
Gonna play this time, but Uno Monster, yeah. Do you play that +4 now? Or then there you go. It is that play with 1:40 on the clock. Swings it over to green. Everyone has a green here, but I don't know if they want to play them. Solonis, you're not going to want to keep it there, certainly. But you do. Does the discard all come in? And well, you play the hand right to Uno Monster. I don't know, Gojj, if they thought Uno Monster was bluffing on the color selection, but that went exactly how you could have hoped if you're Uno Monster.
It was the exact opposite of what happened last time, right? I think Jocelyn was thinking, oh, they just did exactly what I did, because it was opposite. Uno Monster played into Jocelyn. Jocelyn won because they bluffed on the color they needed. Uno Monster didn't bluff, and I think Jocelyn was trying to call the bluff and did not pay off.
No bluff to be had.
Exactly. Uno Monster with the victory. Now we've got 2 players with the victory each.
2 players, opportunity to put it at match point. Our final group looking to get into the semis. Take a look at this. A lot of wilds available, but only 1 +4 for Heather. Maybe the ability to disrupt something here and get on the board.
Uno Monster might burn wild early, elects to do that. Nobody's too worried about a basic wild when you have 4 cards left. Albeit, there's always some level of worry, Katie, because usually somebody has a discard all. Not the case currently, though. So pretty clean board. Anybody's game.
Anybody's game. And yeah, do you play that? Again, Solonius not afraid with over 2 minutes on the clock to throw that wild down. But nice, great moment for Uno Monster. Throws those cards over to Jocelyn. Does give him a skip and a wild in the process, though. But you're hoping that this somehow gets to blue. And, well, it'll go red, and you'll get +4 on top of it.
Yeah, you definitely draw these, and a nice draw. Not great cards, but the +4 is going to be helpful. The problem is, will we even get there?
Right.
It does go yellow, so likely will keep this ball in play. I'll do just that and hope it stays. Jocelyn, please right back into it, and could reverse it back, but I don't know if you want to go blue here if you're Uno Monster, because you know what color they... Oh, no!
Wow.
Changes it up completely on me. I'm not the player. They know what they're doing, but goes green, which is a color that likely you know most of these players have. Now, you do as well, but if you skip here, it's game over, and that's exactly what happened. Another alley-oop. Solonis with the victory as well. I didn't like the green wild, and it really came back to bite Uno Monster. I know they wanted to play that skip, but... Whew, that's a tough loss. You're going to be looking back on that one saying, man, if I would have changed to any other color, could have had an opportunity.
Unless you're Solonius, don't mind if I do. Thank you very much.
Sure.
I'll just put this card down and walk away with the win. So no match point just yet. I think we're seeing something similar to Group C. Starting to heat up. Things are pretty even, but Solonius coming straight out of the gate after a nice win with 2 wilds to work with.
Okay, I may be an expert at this point. I'm putting my hands up and just say, I told you so. These groups are going longer because the first ones went shorter. It's the way the world works. Let's see, though, as Solonis, usually the way the world works in Uno Mobile is that if you have 2 +4 wilds, you're going to be looking pretty, especially when you're forcing the person next to you to draw 14. Exactly what's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen. Do you get the reverse out of Uno Monster now that it's blue? Do you throw down that discard all for Heather? Okay, a little bit of a sigh of relief to get those cards down early. Niece says, we're going to skip Jocelyn. Don't even want to think about you right now. We're just going to keep it moving toward me. Do you play the +3, though? And you say, no, not yet.
Yeah, again, especially when nobody's really all that close to Uno. Of course, barring they had a discard all, which they don't.
Right.
You save the +4, especially at this level. If somebody gets to 1 or 2, maybe you try to burn it, but right now, just find some other colors here, Solonis, and you're in the clear.
Ooh.
Again, Heather in the mix immediately. Discard all, so valuable, especially when you draw 14. You're likely going to walk away with some of them.
Green.
Oh, that's great for Uno Monster. Likely will stay. Here we go.
There you go.
This could go all the way around to Uno Monster for a win here. Be the first one with 2.
And it could very well. You'd play the skip instead of that +2. And well, Uno Monster says, thank you very much. It's been, I feel like, though, if you have a base green card right now in Uno, Gojj, somehow, some way in this group, that will be how you win.
Yeah, the thing is, nobody could really do all that much. Like, if they were super big brain thinking, they could have said, okay, I'm going to try to just draw here and see if I can just get lucky. We've seen some players do that in the past of like, I know they have a green. I have a green. I'm drawing anyways just to see if I can get lucky with a skip or a reverse or something. But nobody was 100% sure that Uno Monster had that green. And that's a nice victory. First one on the board with 2 wins.
Yeah, but Solonese actually a decent amount of cards with the discard alls and everything else available, but so is Uno Monster, has 2 of them and a wild to work with.
Ooh.
It swings over to green, and Jocelyn, not a lot to do there except pick up those cards and wait for your next turn. Uno, though, happy to get rid of that green and hopefully get to some discard alls here soon, would be in prime position to do so.
Yellow.
Yeah, I was gonna say the wild, you like to hold on to them, but they're not as powerful as the +4.
Right.
Could burn just to get it to yellow. Now look at Heather. This is a free and clear win unless you get the nice stack perfectly executed. Nothing you can do about that. Heather's right back there with everyone else. I'm looking at Solonese. 4 cards, but a discard all in all the same color. Be careful.
Oh, no.
Nice
Uno
stack.
Monster, Gojj was doing so well and then just gets hit with those +2 stacks twice in a row, but a big one for Solonese. Needs to eat that skip. But a nice discard all as well. Again, you get it onto a blue Gojj, and look at that. You're going to get a huge discard all here out of Solonese.
Yeah, could have been a victory.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the +2 a moment before, that would have been game, set, match. Now, this is the question mark. Yes, we want to get rid of cards, but could we play some of those action cards? No, we're going to just get rid of them. Solonese gets it to red, and Uno Monster's feeling pretty good about it. Everyone in a position to win this one. If we're not careful, Heather in the best position by far. A skip means it's going to come down to a top deck draw. Oh, crazy draw. We're still in play.
Wow.
We're still moving. It's not over yet. Likely same result. Another one? No, Heather will get the victory.
Wow.
That was heart pumping though. Heather finds a victory herself. Well done, Heather. The only player without a win finds her a win. Everyone's got one on the board. Katie, these last 2 groups, they're going the distance.
They are going the distance. And Heather, you got to get a little frustrated at first when you get a crazy lucky card draw like that you get skipped. But don't worry, it goes right back around. You said if not the first time, surely the second. And now everyone on the board, but it's Uno Monster who's still in the position to close things out. And everyone, actually a decent amount of wilds across the board.
Yeah, this is usually about how we start. It's like, hey, everybody's got a wild or 2. You know, somebody is eventually going to burn theirs first, and whoever does it is going to pay for it because it's going to go all the way around the board. Nice little reverse back and forth. Uno Monster getting some cards early. But the question is, who starts the bleeding first? Who plays the +4 and then pays for it first? So far, everyone's holding on and able to do so.
Oh, no. And there you go. Wow, Uno Monster twice in a row now. Pulling a same color card. Heather, don't do it. Oh, no. This is not going to work out the way you thought it was.
This is about the time where you see the first one being played, because everybody's got 2 or 3 or what have you. Everyone has one. It's a risk you have to run. You started the bleeding. You hope it stops in somebody besides you. It's not going to. Heather gets down to Uno, but is very quickly going to find themselves at, I think, 17 cards in total, 16 being drawn on top of their Uno. Anyone's game besides Heather for the time being now. A couple discard alls here, Katie, and I think we're okay, but I don't know if it's going to get that far along the line because Solonese is down to Uno as well.
Down to Uno, and Jocelyn, do you play that? Yes, you do. The +2 keeps it on green, though. So we swing over to Uno. Might be a good moment for Solonese because the discard all doesn't come out. And, well, you send over the +2 instead. Solonese denied the win, but Jocelyn takes it away. Says, you know what, Solonese? I know you had your moment, but I'm going to take mine. Thank you very much.
The thing is, I wasn't even looking at the top because I was impressed at the play down at the bottom. Congratulations, because now I believe that's our second player with 2 wins, so 2 players on match point. But looking back at that play, I will probably see it in the replays. Those are the moments where you're like, okay, this discard all is so enticing, but they're likely going to have the same color and win. So I'm going to play my action card out of it and not put down 6 cards instead of putting down 1. It was the right play. Unfortunately, player at the top had the right card at the right time. Nice luck. And now Jocelyn, I believe, on 2 wins as well.
Uno Monster and Jocelyn, a chance for one of them to close it out here. And if you're both of these players, you'll be perfectly happy if the other one wins, because you know at that point you're going to be moving on.
That's right.
How do you play this? Jocelyn, the only one with that +4, but no green to work with, decides to just go ahead and do that draw.
Yellow.
Not a bad decision as it swaps back over to yellow.
Yellow, everyone likes yellow, but Uno Monster likes it the most. +2 at the end here is huge. Down to Uno already. +2 is somewhat preventative, but it's not as preventative, of course, as the +4. And that +2 on Jocelyn is gonna force this +4 stack on top. And Uno's gonna have to draw that 6. So close. Just too far away when you don't have the +4 wild.
Reverse.
And we'll spin it back into a reverse. Not a bad position for Jocelyn until you have to eat those 2 cards. Solo Nice, though, yes, you're on the Uno, but you can't close it out here as it continues to stay on red, and Jocelyn continues to be gobbling up every single card in the world from Uno Monster.
Decent luck there. Still anyone's game. We're going to see 2 players on 2 cards, but both of them are green. Luckily, able to swing it to green by the 4. Now, I was going to say somebody's got to change it off, and I think Uno Monster was the only one that really could do that, unless we got lucky. Huge draw, and you're going to play it to green. That's fine. Heather's got a draw. It's exactly what you wanted if you're Solo Nice. Not going to risk it, and I appreciate that challenge. Heather had to make sure you're drawing 4 anyways. 6 isn't going to hurt you that much, especially when you're drawing discard alls, but now Solo Nice knocking on the door to join the 2 players at the top, also at 2.
Also at 2. So what do here? Well, you keep it on that 7, but it's actually the 7 is exactly what Solo Nice needs. Coach, I feel like this entire group has had these perfect, crazy moments where you need this exact minute detail to happen. You need a 7. That's all you can play. A 7 goes down. Solo Nice now 3 players who are on that match point.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds of the minutia of strategy that is Uno Mobile, but you got to remember this. These players are going to want to try to get rid of their higher scoring cards. So, like, especially as time starts running out, you want to get rid of your 7s, your 8s, whatever, because they're more points than your 1s or your 2s or your 0s. So it actually worked out perfectly that they were trying to get rid of those cards, and we had a player holding on to it to the last second. Still a very small chance, but it's exactly what they needed to grab the victory. We have 3 players on 2 wins. We could go the distance here. Match point for 3. We're going to have at least 1 tiebreaker. Maybe we'll just get everybody on 2 wins here, Katie.
Maybe we'll go the distance, and you are truly able to see into the future, Gojj, if this goes to the distance, with every single round going longer and longer and longer. But you'll say that 9 play Solo Nice in a pretty good position. Wow. But Jocelyn, what an amazing top deck draw. You got to be very happy with that.
It's huge. Jocelyn just got a massive boom because you're going to burn the rest of the +4s in the game, and it's not going to land on you. This is the perfect storm for Jocelyn. And Solo Nice is going to have to draw 12 here.
And you keep it on red, so not only does Solo Nice get all of those cards, but it goes to Jocelyn. You can skip exactly right over Uno Monster, and now you've got those wilds, the potential to close it out. But Heather, also in a good spot if luck goes their way.
Yeah, and you got a lot of choices here because you can change it to just about everything. It's not going to matter what you change it to. We just hope Jocelyn doesn't throw green. The only thing, if Jocelyn throws green, oh no! Oh, that is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Heather with the victory. Are you joking me, Katie?
Wait, I don't have words. It was looking so good to close it out. Heather, the only one with 1 win. And again, Gojj, I don't know if you can see the future, but you've called it. We are going the distance. Everyone with 2 wins. And I hate to say this, but you're right.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take my flowers and run with them. But we're going to see who the top 2 players are moving on. The rest of the games mattered a lot because we're going to have a lot of tiebreakers, but this game matters the most because you want to secure your way to the semifinals and hopefully into the grand finals. Solo Nice primed and ready to do it. Might be able to burn a +4 here shortly. Honestly, unfortunate for her if she elects to do this, that Heather doesn't have one because you'd like to burn everyone else's as well. But
draw 4.
Regardless, Heather draws. Solo Nice still in a pretty solid spot.
And look at that, it'll say, what does Jocelyn do? Swing to green, which is exactly what Solo needs, Gojj. You can get rid of the 2. You have the wild. Do you play the reverse, Heather? No, the
Just
trap
give it.
and activated Solo Nice. We'll see you in the quarters, in the semis, rather.
Yeah, that's a fantastic win. Solo Nice walking away with 3 wins. The one player we don't have to do any math on. We don't care about their score because they're the player that got the 3 wins
Easy
first.
peasy.
And we went the distance, the maximum amount of games that we could possibly play in Group D after an incredibly fast performance in Group A and Group B. We're here, and it was a nail-biter. Now, the big question mark that everyone's wondering, Katie, is who else will be joining Solo Nice at the semifinals rounds? Because, a lot of people with 2 wins and a lot of pretty big score lines. Let's take a look at these replays. This was a amazing group, and let's see exactly what happened. Because we had several rounds where it was like, hey, this is textbook Uno. Hey, we had a +4 at the end, but there were a couple big plays.
Big plays indeed. You said it best. And there you go. So many moments where people were making the right play. They just didn't realize that every play was the wrong one because no matter what happened, they could make the best choice, but someone was going to win regardless. Some really crazy moments in this group.
A lot of green finishes. Burning a lot of our +4s early. Here's some of those discard all plays. And again, as you look through some of these replays, the ending moments don't look that insane. Now, this was a big one. We can pause it here if we can, because Heather draws 16. And as we draw 16 here, we're like, oh, I'm so sorry, Heather. And you've got Solo Nice here on the left. You've got Jocelyn at the top with those wild cards ready to rock and roll. But it ended up being Jocelyn the one that would win that one. So overall, pretty strong plays. Saving those +2s was nice, but couldn't do anything about it. Here's that challenge, and I love this from Heather. Going to do everything you can to try to prevent the win, just on the off chance that they tried to bamboozle you by changing the color when they didn't have to. But this green right there, oh, I love this play for Heather.
Yes.
Got her in the game. I love the reverse on this because you can see Jocelyn has 2 wilds, picks a color that they think most people don't have. And as you see the green go down, on paper, it's not a bad play because the Uno monster doesn't have a green. And they likely know that. They're just not considering, or maybe didn't know Heather had that green. So a nice there play at the end for Heather to catch up. And then, of course, the final round. But here's those scores. Again, the score doesn't matter. It's the wins first. So Solo Nice moving on, even with the lower score. But Jocelyn had the most dynamic win in a honestly won by a large margin. We saw a difference of 20 points between one group on a tiebreaker. This difference right here is almost 100 points. Jocelyn with 2 massive wins means Jocelyn is moving on into the semifinals.
Jocelyn moves on, and 471, a very strong tiebreaker point total to have. But take a look at our semi-finalists. It's going to be Jocelyn up in semi A, and then as we swing down, Solo Nice down there in semi B. I don't necessarily know, Gojj, if either of these has the edge in terms of difficulty. All of these players have been so incredibly talented today with clutch wins, aggressive plays, great moments. I think both are going to be equally amazing to watch.
I totally agree. We've finished out our quarterfinals matches. Now, folks at home, I know you've been watching this crazy gameplay and you're like, okay, this is awesome. I want to do better than these players. I could have done it better this way. I would have done this. If you want to get involved in the Community Cup, all you got to do is go download Uno Mobile for free right now. If you don't already have it downloaded, it's in the iOS or Android, Google Play stores. Go check it out, download it for free, and follow Uno Mobile on all their major socials, including Discord. !Discord will pull up that link to join. And of course, if you're watching this as a VOD later, it's in the description. But you can join in these Community Cup championships by working your way through the qualifiers that are in app. All right, so get involved in the community, get involved in the game, because this could be you. Now, speaking of the people at home, let's warm up those fingers a little bit. We got a giveaway coming soon, just shortly. But first, I need you to earn it. Let's answer a trivia question. Let's see if you can get it right. Bring it up on screen before we take our break today. What is the prize pool of the Duos Invitational? We showed a video about it. Is it A, 2,222? Is it B, 4,444, C, 5,000, or D, 3,000? We're talking about the Duos Invitational next month. What's the total prize pool? Total might be the key word there. Type in your answers, A, B, C, or D. Well, if you typed in D, you're just dead wrong. Is it A, B, or C? It's not C. Is it 2,222? 4,444? If you typed in B, you are correct. There it is. Now, I might have got you there for a second because that prize pool is 2,222 times 2. That's right, Katie. It is winner take all. That's going to be a fun event next month. But, woo, Katie, all right. We've had a lot going on. We had the quarterfinals. We got a trivia thing. And now, look, everybody's asking for the next piece of information because you love to be rewarded in these events, but you also love to be rewarded for watching the events. I've got your gift code. Let's get it on the screen right now. I know you've all been patiently awaiting. Here's that gift code. Go to your account, click that cogwheel, top left, in app, go down to redeem and type in this code. Wild A 519. Wild A with 1D 519. There's your code. Go get your diamonds. Go get your coins. You've earned them. You've earned them for watching along the broadcast. And these are only going to get better throughout the rest of this broadcast. Now, while you type this in, we're going to take a quick break here in the booth. We're going to take a breather, get some water. This action was intense. And when we come back, it's going to be the semifinals of the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup May Finals. Don't go anywhere. You've seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, but now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November massive grand finale. You can be the next Uno Mobile Esports star. Don't miss your chance to compete for free in the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup monthly qualifiers in-game and battle your way through live monthly finals for a chance at some amazing prizes, a spot in the grand finale, and a whole lot of unpredictable fun. This is the beginning of Uno Mobile Esports. Do you have what it takes?
Skip. Blue. Uno.
The Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Duos Invitational is right around the corner, and here's everything you need to know to get involved. First, for this event, you have to apply with a partner. Your team is eligible to apply if you are from the US, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, or Spain. And if you both have Uno Mobile accounts that are level 3 or higher. Pretty simple, right? 8 teams will be selected to compete for the $4,444 prize pool. That's $2,222 per player. Winners take all. Applications are open from May 12th until May 29th on letsplayuno.com. Both you and a partner will need to submit separate applications. Completing the entire application will give you the best possible chance at getting selected for the main event. Scoring is pretty simple. You and your teammate will be judged on a 100-point scale. 60 possible points are based on the most trophies that either member of your team has in Uno Mobile. 10 points are possible from following photo guidelines, such as showing positive emotion and using a clean background. Another 10 points are possible by answering all the questions in the application. Complete answers with full sentences will tell your team's story best. Finally, 20 points are possible from your 1 to 5 minute video where you can introduce you and your teammate, tell your Uno Mobile story, and show some of your personality. The 8 highest scoring teams from the application process will be selected on June 13th in preparation for the June 17th live stream. Remember, there is $4,444 on the line, and it's a winner-takes-all prize pool. Get it? Sign up now to get a chance to play in pairs for some serious cash and a ton of glory. Good luck, and see you in the finals.
Uno!
You've seen what's possible from Uno Mobile, but now it's 2023 and Uno Mobile Esports is officially here. We will be doing it big with $50,000 in prizing, with 8 monthly finals starting in February all the way through October, with the top players from each making the November massive grand finale. You can be the next Uno Mobile Esports star. Don't miss your chance to compete for free in the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup monthly qualifiers in-game and battle your way through live monthly finals for a chance at some amazing prizes, a spot in the grand finale, and a whole lot of unpredictable fun. This is the beginning of Uno Mobile Esports. Do you have what it takes? Well, welcome back to the Uno Mobile Wildcard Series Community Cup, and it's the May finals. We've seen all of the quarterfinals matches thus far, the semifinals, and then the grand finals right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in. If you're just joining us, that's where we are. We're in the Community Cup finals, but you might be wondering, hey, is there a way for me to get involved in this tournament? Because I've had so much fun watching it. The simple answer is yes. Go download Uno Mobile for free right now on the iOS or Android Google Play stores. I told you all at this point you should have done it. If you haven't, what are we doing? It's free right now. Go download and then go follow Uno Mobile on all their major socials, because they always update you on all of their esports initiatives and any content things they've got going on, as well as join that Discord, !Discord. We'll pull up that information for you. We've got an amazing community over there in the Uno Mobile Esports channel, always talking about competitions, and there's some Discord competitions, of course, you can get involved in. Now, you also may have heard some inklings about something going on next month. We don't have the Community Cup next month. We've got the Duos Invitational right here. This one you got to sign up for. So here's your reminder. The sign up window is already open. It opened back on the 12th, but it closes on the 29th of this month. You need to go sign up right now on letsplayuno.com. If you go to that website, scroll down till you see this graphic, that Duos Invitational graphic, click that, you'll see the applications. You got to apply with a partner. Make sure you have a duo. Best applications will be chosen for the live stream next month. There's a lot I just said there. If you type in !Duos, that link will tell you exactly everything you need to know, where to go and how to get involved. We would love to see you there. Now I gotta address the fish in the room, okay? I've addressed it once, but maybe you just tuned in. I've got a fish on my head. The reason is the Wild Waves collection is being celebrated this month. Go earn your Wild Waves collection in-game right now. Really cool collection. We've seen some videos about it, and well, it's waves. It's fish. I gotta represent the fish. So go get involved in the Wild Waves collection. We love talking about all the cool collections that Uno Mobile puts in game. But of course, you can't do that unless you have downloaded Uno Mobile already. But okay, enough talking from your host, Mr. Gojj. Let's bring in my amazing co-caster, Katie Bedford, joining me back in the booth, also celebrating that Wild Waves collection with her fish on her head. Katie, how are we feeling after the break? How are we feeling after the quarterfinals?
We are feeling fantastic, Gojj, but something in what you said seemed a little fishy, because I don't want you to lie to everyone in the audience. You wear this incredible fishy headband every day. I see you with it all the time.
That's true. All of the month of May, I'll be wearing this headband. Anytime you see me out in public, I will be wearing it. And next month, who knows what I'll be wearing. Let's take a look back on our quarterfinals matchups. And we're just going to have a kind of brief overview of everything that happened, because we had some amazing victories. Taking a look at some of these replays, there was a wide modicum of different ways these players won, Katie. Beginning Group A and Group B that you're seeing right now. Air Jordan had some really strong plays early, and overall, these groups moved very quickly. We had dominating performances from 1 to 2 players, and we were done and dusted in 2 groups, the same length it took us to finish Group D.
It was very snappy, quick one and dones really for groups A and B, but then C and D, that's where these competitors really just going after each other. Some crazy plays. A lot of the time, Gojj, we saw those players making the right play, just leading into disaster that they didn't realize was right in front of them.
And in these groups, you just saw plus 18 there, a couple discard all wins. Coruscant, of course, our returning Uno mobile player that's been here multiple times, has made it to the semifinals, and then joined alongside of some of our players here from Group D. And Group D was the one, this one you're watching right now, went the distance. When we say that, that means we played the maximum amount of games we could play. As you see these games go over and over for Group D, it's because every single player netted 2 victories. Even Heather right there in that moment finding 2 victories herself. So every player has 2. And then here is the final moment as we reverse into it. Solo Nice wins, barely grabbing the 3rd and final victory they're able to grab. And then it comes down to that tiebreaker. So here's where everybody ends up. We're moving people across the board. Semifinals A, different matchups. Semifinals B, different matchups. Games are going to look a little different. Some of our conservative players, Katie, are shifted to different, categories, different competition. And some of our more aggressive players also doing the same. So likely these are fairly even.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do think both semis have an even distribution of talent that we saw through groups A, B, C, and D. I am rooting, though, for Coruscant because we've seen them here before. We've seen them get to the grand finals. They just haven't clinched one of those top 2 spots. And I think maybe this Community Cup, Gojj, might be the moment, but there's some very stiff competition ahead of them if they want to do it.
Coruscant's got to go through Air Jordan. Air Jordan might be my favorite to win this. The dominating performance that they had in their group was not only impressive, but also a lot of mind games, a lot of reading players perfectly. Like, there are some really good plays out of Air Jordan. Now, all these players are extremely talented, not only to get to the semifinals out of quarterfinals, but also battle their way through those qualifiers. You people at home in chat, you've probably participated, some of you at the very least. You know how hard it is to get as many wins as you need, and especially dominating wins with really high score. So these players earn their right to be here. Let's see who takes this one. Katie, I don't know if you're going for Coruscant and I'm going for Air Jordan. Or maybe Jocelyn or Christine might be the ones to win this thing, but here we go.
Well, we see it. Those 2+4s for Jocelyn should, in theory, Gojj, be very useful. But time and time again, at least in this Community Cup, it hasn't played out that way. Coruscant, though, a quick and, dominant positioning here. But Christine actually in a very good spot. So is Jocelyn.
No, Christine's not in a good spot. Christine's drawn 12 cards.
You know what? Let me just clean my glasses, please, because you are right, Christine. I'm sorry for you there. That's going to stink.
Yeah, it does go red, though, which means Jocelyn's in the best position, and there's really nothing anyone can do about it. Now, there might be a skip hidden away that we can't see. The red keeps it the same. You're going to try something. Okay, reverse could work. Still nothing you could do about it, though. 1 win. First round is already done in our semifinals, and Jocelyn's grabbing it.
Wow, and Jocelyn, that's a quick ending. Didn't really have to get into any of those sub 1 minute moments, and you got to be feeling good. We said it, Air Jordan's scary, but Jocelyn answering first.
Yeah, and again, like that's one of those textbook moments where 2+4 wilds, that's how you play it. You wait, somebody burns theirs, it starts the bleeding, and then boom, you've got 1 more to play with, and it's the perfect storm. Oh no.
What?
Yeah. Back into it again. I mean, this is just pure luck. You got 2+4 wilds. What's not pure luck is how you use them. So let's see if they're used correctly. Gotta win it.
Do you choose to play one now? Yes. Goes to that yellow. Also has the +2 in the background. The challenge comes in. Air Jordan, sorry, not today. That'll be a +6 in your pocket. Jocelyn, you got to be able to close this out with a hand like that 2 times in a row.
We'll see. You just got to make sure nobody else can get rid of their cards first. Because, yes, Jocelyn has a wild. Nobody else has one except Air Jordan has a base.
Oh, no.
But we're running out of cards, and Corsima's going to be on Uno here. Air Jordan can't play. Nice draw from Air Jordan. But it may not matter. We go red. Jocelyn with the alley-oop, and Coruscant with the dunk. Slams it down and says, yeah, thank you very much. I will take it. Very well done, Coruscant on the board.
Yeah, on the board in fashion. Jocelyn, though, you gotta be frustrated. You had a premium draw to open that up. Things don't go your way, but Coruscant striking early and getting, Gojj, I believe, a pretty nice point total from everyone else to close it out.
Yeah, that's the thing you got to look at, too, when it comes down to those tiebreakers. Like, if you can win quickly like that, and people have wilds in their hands, which are 50 points, by the way. That's a lot of points going your way, especially when there's multiple wilds out there, regardless of the number of cards they have. So we're going to swap to Coruscant's perspective here and see from the winner's perspective if they can do it again. A couple wilds. Air Jordan primed and ready to go as well. No +4s, but we're down to 2 cards in a wild.
Changes it back to red, though, so no chance unless something changes. Oh, the skip into the skip. I said something changed, and change it does. That blue skip putting Air Jordan in premium position. We'll see you later. 3 lightning fast rounds. Gojj, I don't think we've seen this many rounds going this quickly yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the cards are flying, of course, fast. Like, the players know exactly what they want to do, so every card is being played quickly. But then it's just perfect storms where you're not able to prevent anyone from their Unos or their 2 cards left from going out. You don't have the action cards to do it. And when you do have the action cards, so far they've had something to counter that by being able to stack on top of it, if it's a +2 or that +4. But hey, that's a nice win from Air Jordan. I guess I have basketball in my brain when I'm talking about alley-oops because of the Air Jordan name. I don't know, but I love it. We got 3 players with a win. Let's see who gets the next one. Can Christine tie it up and they all grab one? We'll see. Looking pretty good.
We will see. Jocelyn, though, everyone actually able to get rid of these cards pretty quickly. Everyone sitting with just 4. But the first discard all comes out. The skip. Another skip and right back to Air Jordan. Everyone, though, with a very similar card distribution, but
oh wow,
Jocelyn throws it down.
That wild was the worst play you could have made, and they have no idea because Jocelyn had 2 cards, a red and a +4. Now we're in trouble. You might feel pretty good. If we were to go to red there, you could have reversed. It still wouldn't matter though. No matter what you do here, Jocelyn's grabbing another victory. Goes red, gets to Uno. Jocelyn, nice victory. Not a ton of points. Well, that +4 draw
that
helped. That helped a little bit. That's 114 points if my math is correct. It's not bad in case there's a tiebreaker. But if you're Jocelyn, you might not need it. You're on match point. 2 wins.
Match point. Now, the question, Gojj, do you think it's going to stay in the similar of C and D going the distance? Or are we going to see someone close it out here in the fashion of groups A and B?
I don't know. I don't know if I can predict it, but because I'm already perfect on my predictions thus far, I don't want to ruin that streak. I think we're gonna see at least one more person get to 2 wins here. I think I'm gonna stick with my guy Air Jordan. Air Jordan's been looking good. Christine might have 2 +4s. I still think Air Jordan could have a possibility here, albeit he's about to draw 8 cards likely. But hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is, and well, unfortunately, it's not good news for Air Jordan as the +8 comes in, and now it's just Christine, really, with that +4 to work with, and we'll see. They're going to want to hold on to it because they don't have any discard alls either. Jocelyn does, actually, if they keep it up, if it somehow goes to blue or stays on the discard alls. But there you go. Jocelyn now.
Okay.
In a decent position, but no easy way to close it out.
Ooh, nice play to keep it yellow and go Uno. I know we've got a poll happening in the YouTube live stream right now. Vote in the poll who you think is going to win this semifinals. This could be the last round. Jocelyn wins this. Certainly possible as long as a 5 isn't played.
Ooh, nice play.
The +4 is played. It's anybody's ball game, and there's not a wild on the table. The perfect challenge because Christine didn't have to play it. Just wanted Jocelyn to draw. Hasn't won, but didn't have to draw 4.
Didn't have to draw 4. That's the first successful challenge we've seen today. But now Christine says reverse. Sorry, not interested. Jocelyn once again, though, in Uno position if it can stay on yellow. And it very well may. If you throw down the discard all from Air Jordan, then that's it for Jocelyn. Air Jordan can't decide what to do, but picks the wrong play. Jocelyn with the 3 wins, straight to the finals you go.
Honestly, Jocelyn just dominated that semifinals. Like, obviously it shows on paper, but even in game, she was dictating every single draw, every single round, at least some manner. Blown away at that point that they were able to dictate that much. What I mean by dictating, Katie, was always playing the right action cards at the right time and having the right final card. There wasn't a time where we're getting down and everybody's got Uno and your +4 stack, all these crazy moves. It was just like, I get the right card at the right time and I can win. Domination. Well done.
Everything going their way, domination. You said it best. Let's look at how that played out for Jocelyn, because I mean, it was just, you said it, it was dominant, and there you go, playing that wild. Even though in this second round, those 2 wilds didn't go their way, Gojj, still making the comeback, and Kurasima playing very well too.
Yeah, Kurasima, I believe. I don't know. I don't want to call it too early. I'm not sure if we had another. I don't think we had another player on 2 wins. So we'll have to take a look at that scoreboard and double check who's going to be moving forward. But there's a couple key moments in these replays. Of course, Air Jordan grabbing a victory. Everybody had one besides Christine. So this is going to be a moment where you can look back on and say, okay, if Kurasima's moving on or Air Jordan's moving on, it's going to come down to score. And you can see some of those wins coming through here. Jocelyn with the win. That was huge for Jocelyn, of course. But here's that challenge. Yeah, this is what I wanted to pause on, because what happened here, and of course, if we could back it up a little bit, that'd be great. If not, no worries. But looking over at Christine's POV here for a second, what we were able to see a moment ago was essentially when you challenge this, anytime somebody plays a +4, you can challenge. That's what this is. And I think there's some players at home that maybe don't know this rule, even though this is a normal rule in every version of Uno, and specifically in Uno Mobile. They played the challenge because they really wanted Jocelyn to draw, because they didn't want them to win. But the color was a color they had. Christine could have played a different card without any punishment or repercussions, so elected to try to make the draw and bluff through it. And then Jocelyn, of course, went for the challenge. Didn't have to draw. Christine had to draw instead. Jocelyn just drew 1 card.
Yeah, and then it gets reversed. It stays on yellow, which was the crucial part. You had a moment where you said, don't do those discard alls. Don't stay on yellow. But it does, and it reflects in the scoreboard. Look at that.
Well, my boy, Air Jordan, I won't be seeing you in the grand finals, but you had a great run. Jocelyn, of course, with 3 victories moving on, but Kurasima winning the tiebreaker and moving on to the grand finals again. This is what's crazy. Kurasima back at it again in the grand finals, just like March. No matter what happens in the grand finals, Kurasima's at the very least walking away with some $500 in cash and tying the best record they've ever had in the Community Cup, but an opportunity to do even better. Shout out to Kurasima, a warrior for Uno Mobile, and doing a fantastic today as well, winning the tiebreakers this time around.
Well, not only will Kurasima have to try and take down Jocelyn in the grand final, but, well, we gotta get through the second semifinal as well. And those are some very strong contenders, Gojj. And look, we're following a theme. Initial start, it's fast games. And that's what we see in the semi. So, semi 2, does it follow to a slower, we go the distance, we go all the way to maybe round 8, even around 9?
Yeah, definitely possible. I predicted it last time. Likely we'll see the same this time. Everything must be balanced. So let's see a game 9 in semifinals B. But the players got to dictate that. They got to want it. They got to grind for every single win that they can, because it is the top 2 moving on, like we've been talking about. But it's the first to 3 wins. So you got to get some great wins under your belt. You'd like to have pretty good score. You also don't want to have to worry about it either, because you'd like to just grab 3 wins. Don't worry about your score. Just grab the wins to move on. But here we go. Semi-finals B, and already starting off the stack bleed. Now, this one's going to be a big one. I believe this is another +18.
Yep.
Gonna go to Big Tech Select.
We're gonna put that pile real high here and just hand that present over to Big Tech Selects, because you don't understand the pain you just put on yourself. Do you wonder, Gojj, if their anxiety starts to rise and rise as every +4 goes down?
100%. And that's the risk.
Oh,
I mean, these
no.
players have played this enough to know that's possible. At the very least, you know, hey, I've burned all of my +4 wilds, like on the table. Somebody might have 2, but I've burned one from everyone. I got a ton of cards. Nobody's thinking about me as a threat, but I've probably got a lot of action cards, like +2s right there, and I probably have a lot of discard alls. Likely can get right back into it, but you got to do it quick.
You gotta do it quick, and you have to hope if you're Texlex that maybe you have a discard all on green. That's the majority of your cards, and we'll see right now if that's the case.
Ooh.
Does throw that down, but a nice moment. Actually, a reverse from Dora to send it right back, and reverse once again. A reverse war
Again.
is never ending. Gojj and Tex, do you throw it back one more time?
Yeah.
Yes, you do, and Dora throws down that 7. Nice amount of cards.
Hey, you got some cards off the table. That was nice. Dora and Big Texlex now on like 5 or 6 cards. The other players didn't even have a chance to play. Big Tex can play any color besides blue. Solo Niece and Dora only need blue. So this is a pretty good spot for Texlex as long as it stays off of blue, because you won't be changing it to a color they need. But now we're on red, and MQ all of a sudden is on Uno. So let's keep our eyes out here. Now, Texlex is going to go down to about 6 cards here in a second. Bam! Massive discard all, but it's a setup. 1 discard all, 2 discard alls. Dora with the victory. Katie, let's pause here and just say, you and I talked about those discard alls. Talked about how valuable they are. One of the things we said at the top of the show, save them to the end. If you can only have a whole hand of all the same color with a discard all, not only can you win with 5, 6 cards in your hand, if somebody plays one in front of you, even a different color, bam, right there into the mix. Perfect execution from Dora.
Perfect execution from Dora indeed. And, well, maybe actually does play that wild early on, but not the best cards for Dora right now, at least, to get that second win. We'll keep it on blue. We'll force the draw, but a bit of a reverse. A pain point for Dora because you have to pull again and not something you can throw down right away. But at least this time, you can get rid of a card.
Pretty good spot for MQ. Now goes green. Here's those moments you look back on. Do I draw? Do I play it? I'm going to draw. Good call by MQ so far. Got to make a move soon, though.
Gotta make a move, and this will be great if you play that +4, and there you go. Swings to yellow. Texlex will get hit with that unless you decide to go perhaps for the challenge, and, well, it doesn't work out anyway. So Texlex, unfortunately, will pick up all of those cards, and Dora finally gets something to play, a +2 that will call out Niece's wild if they choose to, which they will.
Yeah, it's kind of actually best case scenario for pretty much everybody on the board besides MQ, because Solo Niece likely could have saved that +4 till the end, and the +2 drew it out. And Dora's got another +2 that she can play right now to make sure Solo Niece doesn't go out. Perfect execute. Dora is playing out of her mind right now. This is perfect.
Dora is methodical, calculated, and Texlex, though, right back into things. Skips over Niece for MQ. That'll be another nice draw for Tex. Now things are starting to get a little feisty. A few of these players in a good position.
I like the green play from Solo Niece because, like, you know that everybody else doesn't have a green. Dora might have 1, and you got a nice draw there. Now everybody's on the same playing field, and likely you're going to burn some action cards by doing that. And as everybody just keeps drawing, you now know, hey, I don't think anybody has a wild currently.
Right.
It's a huge information point. Now, as we get into the final 60 seconds, I feel like it's been a while since we've gotten down to a time problem. Everybody playing traditional cards, but a massive discard all. MQ has a chance. Got to get rid of our action cards, got rid of our high value cards. Definitely a possibility.
Yeah, but look at that difference between Texlex and Dora. Both of them with the points, but it doesn't even matter, Coach, because it goes to the blue. Dora is up 2 in a row. 1 away from a potential semifinal sweep straight into the grand final.
What's nuts about that play is it's just a misread. Like, it's not a bad play because you want to change the color off of whatever this person has. So yes, I could have just played my yellow, but I think they might have a yellow. I want to play my blue. It was just the wrong call, and sometimes it's hard to tell if they haven't telegraphed what they have in their hand. Dora on the brink of winning this, chat. I know there's a YouTube poll currently. If you're in the YouTube live stream, vote in that poll you think's going to win. If you're not voting for Dora, I like the way you do things, but right now, she is totally dominating.
Yeah, this is tough, though, because, look, she's the only one without a wild. So if someone starts that, you have to hope it's Solo Niece at this point. Unless it gets reversed, then you hope it's Texlex, because it could go very bad if you don't. Dora, though, incredibly efficient in the domination of the first two. Oh, no, here we go.
Yeah,
Dora, you're about to... It's not as bad as it could be.
Well, it's actually best case scenario for Solonice and MQ because they don't have to burn their +4s. And
Very true.
Texlex has burned 1. Now we've got 2 people, and there it is. We've got MQ on Uno plus.
Blue doesn't.
It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. We go blue.
True.
Solonice is gonna throw it down. Could go wild. Could go anything. Does not matter. MQ with the victory, and at least somebody else has a win on the board. And I gotta say, if I'm MQ. Not only is that win awesome, but it also means if Dora keeps dominating and wins the next one, I'm also moving on to the grand finals. So that's even better. At this point, I'm feeling fantastic if I'm MQ. I might even try to just feed cards to Dora if I can, because I just want to get to the grand finals. Then I'll play for the cash.
Yeah, it's funny when you have these solo events, Gojj, and what you said is so true. You do, in certain situations, want to help someone else because it helps you too. But here we go. Everyone with wilds except for Tex. MQ with multiple +4s as well.
Yeah, MQ and Dora both with 3. Both the players that already have a win right now. Again, match point. Dora wins this. Quickly throwing down some of the cards. Quickly getting to a point where they only have wilds. MQ's there first with 2 +4s. MQ could tie this thing up and go 2-2 and even more closely solidify themselves into the grand finals.
And MQ prior round got so many points on top of it. Dora, though, throws that +4 down. Tex in a tough situation. And MQ now ready to go in and secure this win.
Green.
Goes for the green. There's literally nothing we can do to MQ right now. Let's just watch this domination unfold. MQ grabs this victory essentially no matter what you do. I like Texlex's strategy there. I'm going to not play my discard all. I'm going to try to make them draw. Oh, we've burned another one of their wilds. That's good. Texlex is probably feeling okay. I think I can prevent them from winning. Dora might be feeling good. Katie's not going to matter.
It's not going to matter because Tex doesn't have anything to prevent this for MQ. And just like that, Dora with the strong start, and MQ said, hold on, hold your horses, Gojj. And we're all tied up 2 wins apiece for Dora and MQ.
So what's interesting about this as well is because MQ's wins were so dominant with a lot of points, likely MQ is technically in first right now in that tiebreaker, which doesn't matter. If either of them win, they're both moving on. But some of our other competitors can start putting wins on the board and tie up Dora. We could somehow not see Dora move on. Now, we got a long way to go till we get there. It's still anybody's game, but match point, Dora, MQ, both in an opportunity to win this thing.
And look at that, a nice discard all potential for Dora to get them in a very good spot. But yeah, MQ, I think those wins, we said Doras were dominant, but MQ maybe saying, hold on here. I'm making this a little bit interesting. We swing over to blue and the +4s going MQ's way. Not ideal, but a nice amount of discard alls for at least a few colors.
Yeah, I'm not sure it matters.
Ignore everything I said. Dora is here. People.
Dora's here. Close the door. Wrap this thing up. There was only a second where we thought Dora might not be making it to the grand finals. She said, casters, hosts, and please shut your mouths. I got this. I know what I'm doing. I have been dominating. Very well done from Dora to grab 3 victories and moving on. And that, of course, means MQ, of course, also moving on. So 2 players with wins, both moving on to the grand finals. Katie, we've got our grand finals match right around the corner.
Yes, we do. And it's been such strong wins from everyone in these semis, but Semi B is what we want to focus on. And it was Dora who strikes not only first, but also second.
Yeah, here is that reverse little war going back and forth. I'd love to see that. That helped Dora get lower in card numbers. Flawlessly executed. And here's those moments right there. Discard all into discard all. Such an impressive spot, but you've got to set yourself up for it. You got to have all of the same color. Discard all is hugely influential for success. You look at a couple more of these wins. That one just kind of walked straight into it. Nobody could get it off of blue. And going into this one, a lot of +4s across the board. And when you save them to the end and it goes in the right play order, MQ's grabbing their victories. Pause right there if we can. Because this is the perfect spot. I think we missed it. It doesn't matter. You saw it up at the top. MQ. Oh, I love it. We can go back maybe. MQ had 3 wilds sitting there at the top, and no one could do anything about it. MQ walks to the finish line like that, and I'm going to stop asking for pauses because MQ's just breaking everything because MQ is nuts. 3 wins there, tied it up, had a chance to get out on top, was able to grab those wins with those wilds, but it was Dora, the one that was walking to the finish line with the most wins. Both players moving on, though. Anybody's game. Grand Finals right around the corner here, Katie.
Right around the corner. And look at that. That's the highest first place score that we've seen so far. 687. Not that it matters because Dora gets the 3 wins. And wow, Texlex and Solo Nice. This is tough, Gojj, because you look at Solo Nice was a single +4 wild away from at least getting on the board earlier. But you said it, right? It's everything going MQ and Dora's way. I think we are set up for an incredible final.
Totally agree. And folks at home, you might be anxiously awaiting the finals because maybe you're cheering on Coruscant. This could be their time to make it to the grand finals in November. Got to be top 2. There's a lot of cash if you are. I believe it's $3,000 if you win the grand finals here. $1,000 if you get second. Both of you moving on to the November grand finale. If you get third or fourth, you're still walking away with $500 and some diamonds, but you're really aiming for the top 2 spots. So that's what we're looking for as we go into this matchup. But before we get there, I need to remind everybody about something because I see the chatter in the chat. You guys are asking for it. Hey, we want the grand finals. We want to see who wins. We also want some codes. Well, first, before I give it to you, make sure you've downloaded Uno Mobile. It's the only way to redeem these codes that I'm about to give you. Go download Uno Mobile for free right now. iOS or Android, Google Play stores. And follow Uno Mobile on all their socials. Get involved in the Discord competitions. Get involved in the Duos competition coming up. You can sign up on letsplayuno.com. Okay, but I'll give you your giveaway code. Let's throw it up on screen. You guys should be rewarded just for hanging out with us here in the broadcast. And I told you those rewards are also ramping up, by the way. This one is going to be 600 coins, 10 diamonds, and 4 shields that you can use in your daily Uno play. Head over to that cogwheel on your screen and Uno Mobile in-app. Go down to redeem, type in, may you win 1. Uno's wishing you some luck into the next competition. May you win 1. Nice little play on words there for the month we're on as well. I love it. May you win 1. There are 2 Y's there. Make sure you type it in correctly. It's all one word, no spaces or anything like that, even with the number at the end. Go get your coins, go get your diamonds, go get your shields, and we've got another one coming up after the finals, so don't go anywhere. Katie.
Don't go anywhere, Gojj. I don't. Look, I'm sticking to this seat. I cannot wait to see what happens in this final. We saw really dominant plays in all the semis. Nothing got past a round 5 in either one. So I can't wait to watch them all go head-to-head.
Yeah, grand finals could be the matchup that we wanted with going to game 9, or it could be, honestly, I'm looking at Dora dominating
I know.
all day today in the group stages, in the semifinals. Dora has a huge opportunity here to potentially be the first person to 3-0 in the grand finals. I would love to see it. And hey, folks at home, it popped up before. I want to remind you all as well, we got another giveaway coming soon, okay? So don't forget it. We got another one. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be even more ramped up rewards. But let's also, as I remind you about this giveaway, let's also remind you about the prize pool, because there's a lot on the line, okay? We've got $3,000 and 10,000 diamonds at the top. $1,000 for second, like I said, with 5,000 diamonds. Still walking away with some cash, some diamonds if you get third or fourth, and of course those banners. But reminder, top 2 players, first and second, will earn a spot to the November grand finale at the end of the year. An increased prize pool and a lot of tension because everybody joining that are all winners, and they're going to be battling against each other. It's going to be a lot of fun when we get there. We got to get through the rest of the year first. So you want to be top 2, but you're going to be rewarded just for getting to the grand finals.
You're going to be rewarded, and this is really, we're looking at Dora for this grand final because they've been so decisive. But Coruscant, I have to look at them too because, Gojj, I feel like we've watched them get just shy time and time again in these community cups, but also a testament to how good they are, because you're having to beat out a lot of Uno mobile enthusiasts to get to this point.
Yeah, resilient is the word for Kurosiyama that I will give him. He's an incredible player and has participated for a long time, a thriving member of the Uno community and in the Discord as well. So shout out to Kurosiyama. We're cheering you on. I know a lot of people are at home as well. We've got another YouTube poll. If you're on the YouTube live stream, tell me who you think's gonna win. I want to hear it. I'm cheering on Dora. I think Dora might have the edge just on paper, but it's anybody's ball game. Whether you're an experienced Uno mobile player, you've been in the Community Cup a ton of times, or this is your first time, anybody can win in the grand finals, and it's gonna be unpredictable fun. There's no question about it.
I think, though, we're sort of doing a disservice, Coach, I feel like, to Jocelyn, because Jocelyn also had a very, very strong semis A finish with 3 wins, no one even getting to that kind of tie 2-round win situation. So Jocelyn and Dora might be the 2 to watch and see how they play off of each other.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see like the sitting order too of everyone. So let's get into it. Game's ready. No more speculation. Show us what you've got. A lot on the line. MQ already down to 2 cards. And a nice draw there. +4. Gonna burn the wild. Looking at MQ. Hey, look, came on strong at the end of the semifinals. Certainly could be the player that surprises us all and takes it all here.
A nice job from Dora changing that color to deny the MQ match point with that +4 wild. Does get a reverse out of it. We'll swing over to green.
Yellow.
But back to that yellow. Could be a reverse. If Dora gets it, though, Gojj will skip right over.
We've got a lot of blues down at the bottom of our screen here. Gonna burn that +4.
Poor Dora.
And yeah, Dora is going to be drawing. I believe that's 14.
Yeah.
They go to Dora, and depending on the color, oh no, Jocelyn's going to go blue here. Oh no. The alley-oop to MQ, 14 cards to Dora, and then a slam dunk. This is going to be a massive victory from the points total side of things. All of those cards combined. This is well over 200-point victory. Big win from MQ. Again, telling the casters to stop talking, because we didn't talk about MQ. We talked about everybody else. MQ goes out with a bang the first game and is up on the leaderboard.
Shame on us. MQ said, hold on. Let me cook. I'm going to let Jocelyn and Dora fight with each other, and then I'm going to slip in unnoticed and close things out. A great opening. And you said it best, Gojj. The amount of cards in everyone else's hand, too. Not only do you get such a crucial win, you have a huge point total to work with.
Yeah, well, we're going to get into game 2 here just a second. MQ could drop 2 in a row. I don't know. This is crazy. I am getting worried, by the way, that giveaway code. Only 1Y. If you haven't noticed, I know people in chat are talking about it. It's May You Win 1 with only 1Y there in the middle. Go get your code. Okay, look at these numbers. MQ yet again. Prime and poised in position.
Yellow.
The moment you were talking about the giveaway, which is important because we want everyone to have their shot, but MQ's just sitting here, goes with the wilds, and I'm like, can we talk about MQ potential to be able to move into a sweep position if they can get it to happen?
We've got another +2 trying to force MQ to gather some cards up. MQ has no problem stacking on that and saying, here's +6, because got another one. Now, if you can draw this one out as well, still anyone's ball game, and you got to keep an eye on Jocelyn, because if you're not careful, they still go out before you do. MQ's electing not to play it yet. Pretty smart move. Will they do it again? Yes, MQ playing patient. I like this from MQ, especially when Jocelyn can't play either, and is also staying patient with her wild.
So, Jocelyn, do you play this? But you get a lucky yellow, so it doesn't even matter.
Keep drawing.
Keep drawing, and that's really it. Jocelyn in a good position here. Do you do another draw this time? Not working in your favor.
Yeah, skip means that Dora is right into it with the discard all. This is Jocelyn's cue. Yeah, I'm done with this wild. Get it out of my hand. Let's go to the color. I'm going to pretend to want, even though I don't actually want it. Now I've told everybody that I tried to bluff and it didn't work.
Tried to bluff, and MQ finally gets to play, but it's Dora right back into it. With the discard alls, everyone right back into it. Dora, though, no chance there. will have to keep going.
MQ losing patience, saying, I'm going blue. Oh, no. Bluffs it to red.
Wow.
And that's a great thing for it, too, because if they go blue, Jocelyn just would have won that round. Red, a smart play if they know Jocelyn's cards, or trying to bluff, showing that it was a bluff.
Wow.
They know that nobody has a red, so Dora's going to keep it red. We're not letting anybody go back to Uno.
Oh, but Jocelyn, a nice draw there to get that discard. All just 7s. All MQ is getting here, but blue, the name of the game. We do finally get it to a separate color, and now MQ hit with even more cards, but a huge discard all potential if it stays on this blue.
That's a huge +2 on Jocelyn, so it's not a free win. Jocelyn was sitting on 1 point, and the discard all is going to swing things back in the favor of MQ. A massive play, but there's still 17 seconds. Reversing into the discard all. Perfect play, but a nice draw. Burn that time, MQ. You've got this in the bag as long as things go your way. This can't be an action card that you can't play. Oh, they can play it. We're okay. Still in it. MQ should grab the victory. MQ flawlessly executed. Flawless victory. 2 wins. MQ is telling the casters to close their mouths. Watch out for me, because I'm about to 3-0 sweep this thing.
My goodness, I didn't think how that started out that it was going to go in MQ's favor, and then such crucial top deck draws, Gojj, from MQ to be able to play those cards, stay on Uno, run out the clock. My goodness, MQ is saying, hey, casters, you said it. Shh. Well, all we can do is appreciate the game.
Appreciate the game, indeed. All right. Deep breath here. It is MQ's match to win. This is match point for MQ, and not a single other person has a win, Katie. Right now, MQ's still in a good position. Corsima, of course, 2 wilds, but a lot of cards you got to feed through.
And that'll be a +2 on top. MQ going toward Dora. You kind of want to get this reversed, though, because, oh, that's what could happen. That +4 goes down. MQ not there just yet, and doesn't get anything too incredible from that draw.
Yeah, not great at all. Now you can do a little reverse battle here, play a few cards, but yeah, MQ's in a tough spot with no discard alls. You gotta go through a lot of turns to get rid of all of those cards. Different colors, sure, you can almost always play different numbers, but no action cards and only 1 basic wild. Corsima fishing for a discard all. Ooh, almost. If that was red, even though they can't play it, Corsima would be in a perfect position to win this. Eyes are on Jocelyn right now, though.
Jocelyn in a good spot, but I just want to know what's going to happen with those 2+4s, because they are going to be pivotal to hitting MQ and Jocelyn. The discard all comes out. Dora, you know that they're going to have to want to hit that +4 to deny to Jocelyn, hoping that they don't also have a wild.
It's green. I think you just play it and risk it for the biscuit. I don't know. Because, okay, you played a risk it for the biscuit, a solid skip, but that's just a win for Dora.
There we go.
We gave her a victory. Perfectly executed. Called the bluff. Those are the moments you look back on if you're Dora and say, wow, that play may have been a $500 play, a $1,000 play. If Dora plays the +4 wild there, sure, the other player may not win if they could have that turn, but you probably don't win either, at least not immediately. So played a smart play, but a risky one of, I'm going to save my wild and hope they don't go out. Exactly right. Well done by Dora. They've grabbed a victory as well.
Well, and that's what we were talking about. Dora initially is ready to make those aggressive plays, ready to have that 1,000 IQ game sense as we get into round 4 of our final. A nice discard all out of Dora, but not a lot beyond that to close it out in any quick fashion.
Okay, a lot of blues on the table and a lot of them in Dora's hand.
Look at MQ.
Green.
In a really good spot potentially here, Gojj, to make something happen. Yeah, it stays on green. Dora's going to get hit with the mollywop. It will go over to yellow. But MQ maybe could use that wild to switch the color back, or we'll draw. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't mind throwing just a green play here on the normal wild. That's exactly what MQ does. Most likely you're going to see green stay. Jocelyn could burn the wild here to make sure. A smart play. Now, discard all here. No harm, no foul. I'm MQ. I'm drawing.
Right. Oh, and a great draw it is.
Oh, no. It wasn't a great draw. Oh, Jocelyn, the discard. Oh, they
come from?
It catches you by surprise every time. Discard all. So dynamic in the Community Cup. I love that we added these for the competition, because what happened, like, I wasn't even thinking about it, because the person that played the discard all was down at the bottom of the screen. So you're like, okay, that's not going to get all the way right onto Jocelyn. But because we drew a top deck draw of the yellow discard all, and the player at the top elected not to play, boom, now we're on discard all. Now we can play all of our cards even though they're blue. Fantastic win by Jocelyn on the board. All right, grand finals are heating up. MQ's not sweeping, not yet at least.
Things are getting spicy. We were so focused on MQ. Jocelyn said, no, not yet. And Jocelyn actually with a nice lineup of cards as well to make something happen. But if we know anything about this final, Gojj, is that it's really anyone's game.
Yeah, blue is another bluff here from Jocelyn saying, I want blue. You better change it off of blue. Got what they wanted, just not the color that they wanted it changed to. On Dora, you draw and you start the bleeding. We're starting the bleeding. We're telegraphing. We're going to go blue. Should see at least, I think that's 12 to the side of MQ. Question is, what color does Coruscant throw it to? It will be green, so Dora will have to draw.
Dora will have to draw, and a nice choice in color there. And what will the draw be? Well, nothing too helpful, but Jocelyn still in a decent spot. The reverse, though, will force the draw, and it's not helpful this time.
The reverse is helpful for Jocelyn. Coruscant was primed and poised and ready to do wonders here, potentially even win if we're not making them draw. So nice action cards across the board to keep things fairly even.
Green.
And a telegraph green. That's a nice bluff from Coruscant here. MQ says, thank you very much. I need to get rid of some cards. Now we've got the discard all. Rochambeau, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 2 players on Uno, both the same color, and we're skipping into it. Need some top deck luck. Not going to get it. Now Coruscant primed, poised, ready to win if the discards are played. Not today, says Jocelyn. Oh, this is I'm clinched up here, Katie.
My goodness, so many people with potential here in the discard alls. You're going to see the Uno Coruscant for here too. MQ going to be on 2 with a discard potential. Everyone with blue. It is blue all over.
All you need is a nice luck here. If we can't play, MQ with the win. Game, set, match, grand finals. MQ is your May champion out of nowhere. MQ1190. Congratulations, my friend. $3,000 and, of course, 10,000 diamonds. And we'll be seeing you in the grand finale in November. I'm telling you, when it comes down to discard alls, you gotta use them correctly. And MQ did just that.
Oh my goodness, MQ came into this final with a vengeance, gets those 2 early wins, and looked so incredibly strong. You told us to shut up, Gojj. We did. We said, you know what? Let MQ cook. That's exactly what MQ did. And my goodness, while it wasn't a sweep, it was, if you look at this, I'm looking at how everything played out, Gojj. It was 5 rounds in both semis, 5 rounds in the final as well.
That's right. I am very impressed with MQ's gameplay. Of course, was the one that tied up Dora at the top of the semifinals, went 2-2, actually had even a better score. Dora was able to, of course, win that, but they both moved on, and then MQ just routed the grand final. Some people were trying to battle back. It wasn't a total domination, but a very strong performance, and I am impressed with the gameplay, proud of the discard all gameplay. You and I talked about it all day today, and it worked out perfectly. And that's what happens when you save it till the end, because all it takes is a couple people that can't draw, and we'll see it in these replays. Let's take a look as we go through some of these. You can see exactly what happened.
Draw cards.
A lot of people, of course, having to draw 14s, 16s, 18s. Discard alls were the name of the game, and a couple nice little plays here. MQs, there's the first. You're going to see the second here. Of course, it helps when you have 2+4 wilds. It definitely does. But like we've talked about, Katie, the whole time, you can see it here, and you saw it in the last play. Got to play him correctly.
Yeah, you got to play him correctly, and MQ just doing such a great job with that game sense. And a lot of the time, those blue cards for MQ starts out the first one with it, ends with it as well. But this is where we did see some variety, some other players getting on the board, denying MQ the sweep.
Yeah, and that's a nice discard all there from Jocelyn. A couple discard alls there across. Dora was able to grab a win there. And this is another moment where you see a +10 go to Dora, but then it was just a matter of discard all. See, Jocelyn with the victory here because nobody could play on top of it, was able to secure it with 3 cards in their hand. That's exactly how MQ wins at the very end. So we'll see that again in just a second. A couple more being played.
Uno.
Queuing themselves up for a win.
Uno.
I will say, although it was, on paper domination by MQ, there was a lot of these moments right here. A lot of people on Uno, and this is that final moment where everybody's in blue, and no one's able to play on the discard all, which means MQ is grabbing the victory. Here's that scoreboard. 3 wins, dominating performance, but look at second and third. Oh my goodness. One of the tightest spreads we've seen in the Community Cup. Jocelyn will be moving on to the November grand finale by a spread of 12 points. Dora dominated in group stages, dominated in the semifinals, and just barely missed the margin to move on. There's your final 4. And Coruscant, we love you. You keep finding your way back here, tying their best record on the entire Community Cup series with 4th place again in March. That's gotta hurt.
It's gotta hurt, but you can dry those tears with the cash in your pocket because you're not walking away. It's not the ideal outcome, but you're walking away with at least something. So
yeah,
I'd like to think maybe we can send Coruscant a fish too. I know we have extra.
Sure. Yeah, no problem at all. That was a lot of fun to cast that grand finals. It was really cool to see. Let's take a look at that pricing one more time. We've shouted it out a couple times. I want to show you all what's exactly happening behind the scenes. MQ, $3,000. Richard, of course, 10,000 diamonds. Jocelyn just barely beating out Dora with... That's a $500 difference, by the way. 12 points in Uno Mobile between the games that were played. Extra $500, $1,000 in their pocket, and moving on to the November grand finale, 5,000 diamonds, and then 500 and 500 apiece down there at the bottom. Of course, at the very least, $500 on top of the $500 earned in March. Plus, you got a couple different banners to choose from when you're playing in game, which is exciting.
Yeah, the banners are a really great addition as well to kind of showcase, flaunt your stuff, how good you are at Uno Mobile, how much you play. But yeah, I think Jocelyn there really, look, you wanted to get 1st place, but you guaranteed your invitation later on at the end of the Uno Community Cups, and you got to feel good about that.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of feeling good, do you all want to get involved? I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling pumped up. If I wasn't here in the host chair, I'd be grinding the qualifiers. Go download Uno Mobile for free right now. You can get involved in the Community Cup. We could see you on main stage. You could be the next MQ and win this thing and grab some cash. Go download it on iOS or Android, Google Play stores, and follow Uno Mobile on all their major socials. We're live on most of them right now. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, and of course, active on Twitter and Instagram as well. Go follow them for all of the news on esports and other events. And of course, join that Discord. !Discord. We'll pull that up for you. Gotta get involved. The community is awesome. But speaking of some giveaways and being an awesome community, Uno Mobile's always taking care of us here in the booth, taking care of you all at home for watching along. Let's get you another giveaway code. Let's earn some more rewards for hanging out with us here in the live stream. Go type in join 2 duos. Hit that cogwheel, go down to redeem, type in join 2 duos. You're going to be walking away with some nice prizes this time around. This is the last one we're going to be giving you today. And you got coins, you got diamonds, you got shields. There's also an Uno Gold scratch card in there as well. So go get your hands on it right now. Type in join 2 duos. Dang, I got to go type these in as well. I think there's a couple thousand redeems. So if you guys don't get them all quickly, I'm gonna have to go do the same. But Katie, we've got a very special next session.
Yep.
We weren't able to do this last time. Before we bring in our winner of the Community Cup Finals in May, we're going to give the audience one more chance to interact with us and hang out with us here on the booth. We got one more trivia question for you, and then we're going to have a really special interview with MQ. Excited to bring them in and hear some of their answers on what was their Uno strategy in particular. But speaking of strategy and things that you can earn, what are the rewards for the players who rank 4th in the Bronze Cup? This is a hard trivia question. Type in your answer now. It might not be hard if you've been grinding the Community Cup here, but A, is it 300 coins? Is it B? No, it's not. Is it C, 400 coins? Or is it D, 400 Community Cup coins and 1-star card pack times 1? A, D, C. Type in your answers now. Which one is it? It wasn't B. I gave you that one for free, and it's not C. Is it A, 300 Community Cup coins? Or is it 400 Community Cup coins and that 1-star card pack? That's what it was. It was D. A lot of rewards. Even if you get 4th in the Bronze Cup, go get involved in the Community Cup. You can win some rewards like that or make your way to the main stage. Whew. All right, Katie, speaking of the main stage, we've got MQ in the house. We've got the winner of the May finals ready for interview here in just a moment. I'm so pumped to talk to MQ and see what they were able to do in the May finals. There they are. MQ, can you hear us?
Hello, congratulations.
Yeah, the question is not how's it going for us. How's it going for you? How are you feeling after the win today?
I'm ecstatic right now. I'm feeling pretty good, man. I can't believe it happened. I'm just appreciate being here and talking to you two right now.
I love
Coach,
that.
I think if I learned anything, you say you can't believe it happened, MQ, but you were so dominant. You made it look easy.
Trust me, it was not easy at all. It's been many failures, many tries to get to this point. Just to be able to get to the top 1,000, to the top 100, to the top 16, to this finals is amazing.
Well, I want to ask you about your strategy today, but you bring up a good point. One, tell me how long you've been playing Uno Mobile, and then also tell me about your Community Cup journey. Have you been trying to qualify like every single month, or is this your first, second, third month? What's going on?
So I've been playing Uno Mobile occasionally for the last couple of years. Honestly, I've been playing, don't tell my job, but I've been playing at work to kill some time from time to time.
Yeah.
But in terms of qualifying, I've been trying to qualify for the last couple of weeks. And it's been a process, but it's a process that paid off. And I just appreciate you guys having me. I appreciate Uno for having this event, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, it has been amazing. It was amazing to watch your journey. I was wondering about your strategy. I want you to break it down for us. Was there a specific strategy you had during these May finals in particular that you thought could net you the win? Is it kind of play it by ear? Break it down for me. What's kind of your main way to play?
I guess for me, if I could, I would like to hold on to the draw fours. But if someone forced me to play it, I got to play it. But other than that, I know from watching other events, holding on to the wilds, or getting rid of the wilds, or not the wilds, but the including the card that includes everything, getting that out the way.
Discard all, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to say that to the end because you never know what people got. And also just paying attention and reading the board. Sometimes it gives you clues. If you pay attention, you can see who has what, who doesn't have what. But pretty much that's it.
So MQ, I'm curious. You say that you've been striving for this for a while. You've been working hard to get here, and you finally did. You take first place. And it very well might be right now, but do you have a most memorable or a best part of the tournament so far from the entirety of your journey to getting here and taking first place?
I would say the first round when I got my first win, I think I played a draw two right at the buzzer, and that gave me the win. So that's very important. And obviously, as you saw, that I won by like the slim of my teeth in the first round, so it came into play. So yeah, that's what got me all started. It made me believe I could actually win this.
I love that, man. It was cool to watch your journey all the way through. I want you to tell us a little bit more about yourself. What's kind of your go-to hobbies? Obviously, you're playing Uno Mobile at work. You got other hobbies. What time of day do you usually play Uno? You said you played during work some. Did you like prepare for this event during your times when you were playing at work?
So I'm just a kid from Jersey, and I'm pretty active. So like, I like playing basketball, working out, just being outside, going for walks. And in terms of preparing, not so much, but I did watch your previous month's winners just to see a little bit of strategy and what could help me.
Nice. Heck yeah. I love that. I'm in. I will say this. I've seen it in the community too of like, hey, we watch these live shows and it's always, oh, what would I have done here? What did they do well? And it looks like you put that into play. Well done.
Yeah, they're definitely helpful. But I'm sorry. I got to do this. I got to give a shout out to my friend Justin Cruz, who's been following me this whole time and showing me support, but I just got to show him love. He's going to know when he sees this.
Oh, I love that.
You know what? You pulled that right out of my mouth. I was about to give you a chance to shout out anybody else you want to shout out. This is your moment, my friend. You've earned it. You're walking away with some cash. Shout out anybody else at home that either plays Uno with you or has been supporting you along this journey.
Besides my parents, my girlfriend, also my little sister Peyton. She'll love to see this, little 13-year-old. She can
I
tell her
love
friend.
that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's so sweet. Well, we are so excited that you're able to win today. I know Katie and I are going to ask one more question apiece. And I know you talked about how you've been playing for a couple years now. The question I had was, are you involved in any of the community at all as well? Or is this kind of just something you do in your free time?
Something I do in my free time. I just got into the Discord and everything else that comes with it. So, yeah, just something in my free time.
Heck yeah.
I like that. And we've heard a lot of previous winners talk about being involved in that Discord and how great it's been for them. So I love, MQ, that you have found your way there as well. But now that you are a winner, you said you came in and watched the VODs, watched prior Community Cup champions. Do you have any tips and tricks for Uno mobile tournaments for someone else who might want to try and achieve what you have?
Yeah, so for starters, if you win your first match in like the opening qualifiers, pay attention to the rankings, because from there you may or may not need to play the second game, because if you lose that second game, from experience, you could lose a lot of points. So if you can make it to that top 1,000 off the first game, just keep it there and try to survive in advance like March Madness.
Hey, I like that tip and trick. MQ, you're the first person to give some tips and tricks for the people trying to even qualify for the main stage.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people
part.
I know there's a lot of people trying to make it here to the main stage. Thousands of people. You were able to do it with that strategy. I think some other people at home going to be able to do the same.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm like Fairleigh Dickinson. That's my hometown. So like survive in advance. You just got to make it to be there.
Yeah, heck yeah. I love that. Any final words for the broadcast before we let you go celebrate?
I appreciate you two for hosting me. I appreciate Uno, everything that comes with it. And I salute to the other competitors. It's been a great experience.
MQ, you've been a pleasure here in the booth. Congratulations again. And I'll be seeing you in November for the grand finale.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
See ya.
Thank you. Congratulations again, Gojj. What a great interview. Well-spoken and an incredible tip to all the up-and-comers trying to get where MQ did today. I love that because you said it best, Gojj. We don't often get tips and tricks for people who are trying to even make it into these quarterfinals.
Yeah, pay attention to the leaderboards. You might not have to play that second game. Great tip from MQ, your May winner. Congratulations again to MQ. What a fun day of Uno Mobile. These community cups also are always so competitive, Katie. These players are so talented. They had to battle through these qualifiers to get here. MQ came out on top, but we've got to shout out all of our other players that made it into this finals. Just getting here is a feat. Katie, any final thoughts for the broadcast before I let you go take a break and end your day as well?
I just love being a part of these events, Gojj, and something that consistently stands out to me with Uno Mobile competitions is how amazing the community is, both in the winners, like we saw today, the competitors consistently working their way back into the Community Cup finals. It's been great from start to finish. So if you aren't already involved, go join the Discord, become a part of the community. You won't regret it.
Well, you heard it from Katie. You've heard it from me all day today. Katie, thank you so much for joining me in the booth. It's always a pleasure having you here. You killed it today. Looking forward to the next time. Well, folks at home, man, you all have been fantastic. I've loved hanging out in chat, seeing everybody talking about everything going on. I want to give you one more reminder. If you somehow haven't downloaded Uno Mobile for free, go do it. It's free. It's a lot of fun to play. You heard from MQ today. You've heard some of our winners in the past. Go get involved. Download Uno Mobile for free right now in the iOS or Android Google Play stores. And of course, follow Uno Mobile on all their socials. If you're hanging out in the YouTube live stream, click that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Go follow on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all of the different socials. They're always pumping out content for you all, keeping you updated on all the upcoming esports news and in-game news, like those collections we've been talking about, the Wild Waves collections. And of course, you also need to go get involved inside the game because there's some fun things. The Wild Wave collection, of course, but there's also the Lily Pichu voice pack. We are running out of time, folks at home. Lily Pichu voice pack, the winner of the All-Stars tournament last summer, created her own voice pack, own emojis, all hand-drawn, that you can go get your hands on in the store currently. Here's what it looks like. This actually ends. It is out of the store in 3 days on the 22nd. Go get your hands on it if you haven't yet. Lily Pichu, a friend of mine, a fantastic Uno mobile player, of course, but also a great voice to have in the backdrop, calling out when you have Uno. Those avatar frames are also very, very cute. So some fun things going on in the Uno Mobile esports world. You've got things in stores. Go get your hands on these Wild Waves collections as well. We've been wearing these headbands all day today with the fish on our heads to remind you that you're running out of time. Go earn the Wild Waves collection. Really cool kind of underwater sea-themed collection with fish, crabs, and all kinds of things. It's been fun to always try to match the theme each of these community cups. Now, you might be wondering, hey, when's the next time we're going live? Do we have a show next month? Well, we might, but let's talk about the next Community Cup first. July 21st, same place, same time in July. We're skipping June for the Community Cup. July 21st, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and now on Twitch. Go check it out. It's going to be same place, same time, and you can qualify July 1st through 10th, as per usual, in-app. Go through the Bronze Cup, go through the Silver Cup. And you might be saying, yeah, we're skipping June. No, we're not. We're taking a break from the Community Cup, but we also have our Duos Invitational. We talked about this today a couple different times, and I want to make sure it's very clear. There's $4,444 up to grabs, $2,222 per player. That is the winners. It's a winner takes all format. It's duos. It's a brand new format. It's wacky. It's wild. You've got discard alls. You've got stack. The Community Cup rules, but you have to sign up with a partner. There's no qualifiers for this, and the sign up window, you can see it down below, is May 12th to May 29th. All you have to do is go to letsplayuno.com, scroll down until you see that graphic. It's like right down below the top header. Click that, and you'll see the application there. There's a primary application that you can fill out. Your teammate fills out that secondary application. We score those applications based on the player on your team with the most trophies. There's a video application section. There's some photos, all kinds of cool stuff that you can submit. Show us who you are if you want to be involved next month. We'll be picking the top 8 duo teams for a double elimination bracket. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be right here on the Uno Mobile live stream channels all across the board, okay? So be attentive, go sign up, make sure you're involved. You can get more information on that, by the way, at that website or in the Discord. One more time, !Discord in the chat, or down in the VOD description below. You'll see the link. Get involved with the community. Folks, I've talked about a lot today, and that's because there's a lot going on with Uno Mobile Esports. I've had so much fun being your host, giving all of the giveaways, doing some trivia with you, and of course, casting all the amazing Uno Mobile action. But that is all we have for today. If you have any questions, go reach out to the mods in Discord. They're amazing. The community's awesome, like Katie said. And one more time, huge congratulations to MQ, of course, at the top, winning the May finals. Folks, we're going to see you later down the road in our June show, our July show. That's all we've got here on the broadcast. We're going to end out the show with one more reminder what's coming for the rest of the Community Cup. We'll see you next month for the Duos Invitational. Uno Mobile Esports is here in 2023, and each month we are hosting a series of in-game competitions leading up to the monthly live finals in February, March, April, May, July, August, September, and October. The top 2 players from each of our live monthly finals will not only walk away with some cold hard cash, but also earn a spot in our yearly grand finals in November. You won't want to miss this intense competition, so get involved now in-app and enjoy some unpredictable fun.